I am the first son of my father. I was born weak. Weak in the sense that those who look at me think I am weak. But I just function anti-clockwise, and I'm proud of it. And I have to accept it. But the people around me must understand that I function anti-clockwise, abnormally. This is who I am. I will not change it. And then my parents struggled over the years to find out how to make me fit in. But actually, I am the one who is meant to make them fit in. For he who made positive also made available negative. For he who made the day made sure there are nights. For he who made the rainy season did not forget about the dry season. If there is up above, then there is earth below. For without the man, there will be no woman. Neither can the woman boast without the man. And then there is spiritual and yet physical. In the end of the day, we all are here to serve the purpose of one and one alone, which is the Creator, the Almighty God. And then I begin to listen to the audio. I was upset at the beginning. And then I later begin to think anti-clockwise as I normally do. And I said, let's just check it. If the lion wakes up in the morning and is hungry, and then he need to feed. And then if the lion need to feed, the lion does not eat grass, then he must feed on animal. And then the lion gets hungry and set a trap for another animal. And then after hours, unable to get one, we now resolve back to God. That is why I always acknowledge him. We always acknowledge him on this platform. And then the lion will say to the Creator, I am hungry as you can see. I need to eat. Please, let a goat pass my way. Please, even if it's a deer, I just need to eat. And then somewhere there is a goat looking for very mature grass to eat. There are grass within his territory or its territory, but he's looking for the Chinese grass or the Japanese or American grass. I tell you, it's going to end up in somebody's belly. And then when the lion is eating the goat is saying, God, save me. And God will say, but I left you so much grass to eat in Africa, and you are coming to China. I won't help you. Because the same prayer you are praying is what the lion prayed. And now you understand God does not condemn any of them. And sometimes it looks as if the world is survival of the fitter. I want to believe today if African will rise to the helm of affair globally, they may do worse than anybody, whatever anybody is doing at this moment. Anyway, I do not judge anybody, but I just want to believe that somewhere along the line, nobody have monopoly over this thing. It's just that we are avoiding certain things which are actually meant to empower us. So when we say back to the root, there is something there. We need to get it. We need to get it. Honestly, I may have to digress so much so you'll be able to appreciate our topic this evening. I'm just talking about the theme. I've not even gone to the topic. Now, let us look at it this way. I have a lot of native doctors in my family. Of course, in a lot of native doctor herbalists in my family from generation to generation. In fact, in my own family, we have two or more. My mother is the last or more of Umunede. We call them Inyese, not or more. My grandmother is the last or more of Umunede. She's from the royal family. So many yamane mutuke yamane mochano me. So I understand those things. The reason I'm bringing it up is I still have another Omo in my family, too, from different community, because the Onyeibe family has gone around many communities. But there is a reason why I say that. I visited my uncle. He's a herbalist. We call him Onjagwale. Onjagwale is a good man. So when I see people who condemn native doctor or herbalist, I think they operate in their ignorance. And then, when I saw Njagwale as my uncle, what attracted me to him, he's very kind. Not because of the spiritual power he possesses. He's a kind man, very caring man. And so, I will stroll out as a child to his house. And when I get to his house, there are certain things I see in his shrine. He don't allow me to touch them. I don't know why, but I don't. And there was one of them, we call it onono. It is a calabash that is long like a horn. They use something black, I do not know the substance, to rub this calabash. And then they pin cowries to this very object. And this, my uncle, does not play with that object. And that object does things. It looks like it talks. I can't explain anyway. That is where knowledge is higher than knowledge. And so each time I go there, he asks that 10 question. Oh, no. That thing will make a sound. I don't understand. And then he continues speaking to those things. But then, that was when I was a child. And then as I grew up, I have a little idea about electronics or electrical elect. Technologically wise, I think I'm a little bit advanced. And when I begin to study the electronics aspect of it, I discovered the IC. The IC could also be referred to as capacitor. They do not have anything inside them. Oyibo will just take black substance, cover it with iron or paper or anything. They call it IC. If any electronics has its IC damage, it can't function. The IC is just a replica of Onono with the native doctor. But you will not believe that Oyibo inside electronics have juju. You won't believe because it is technology and our own is jujuology. And I try to draw the line between these two. I could only tell you this evening, my brothers, packaging is just the different. But that is not where I'm going to. The reason I'm saying back to your root is to be able to appreciate why our ancestors did what they did. I do not stand here to tell you that they are the best of the best of the best of the best. But I'm here to tell you that if they have the privilege we have today to tell the world their experience, and then you will hear a song like this. Oh Lord my God, when I'm in awesome wonder, considering the works the hand has made, I see the star, I hear the rolling thunder, the power throughout the universe display. Then sing my soul, my Savior, unto thee, unto the Lord. How great thou art, how great thou art. Let me stop there anyway before I turn it to church service. That having been said, I am not afraid to test, to have the experience for a new island. Because not until you remove your eye from the very immediate shore, you won't discover another island. And so when I say back to your root, forget about whether you like it or not. Knowledge is power. Just know about it. And so this evening, without wasting further time, we will go to our topic, which is simply titled, Our Ancestral Principles and Value of Nationhood. Our ancestors' principles for value and nationhood. Honestly, I know where my fathers are coming from. I am from a Nyoma kingdom. But we didn't fall from the sky. We are the sons of Unri. Certainly not the first son or the second son, but around the fifth and the seventh son. We indeed are the Ekumeku people you hear of history. But when our elders are ready to tell you the truth, they will tell you of the truth. That the Anyoma nation are extraction from every communities. The side of Anyoma I come from, we migrated from Imo State. The Okwane migrated from Anambra State, Okozo. I can go on and give you the history. We know who we are. Nobody tells us. Nobody tells us who we are. We know. And when this principle was forsaken, a lot of things were destroyed. A lot of things were destroyed. Believe me, if you like, do gra gra. we have come in terms with your nonchalant attitude. The truth is that one day everybody must accept the truth, including Nigeria. Leave Nigeria, let them be doing gra-gra, never get their time. You must embrace the truth. From America to China to, you see, I was praying this evening. I was meditating. And God said, don't worry about China and Japan. If they think they are going to feed on the misery of the Africans, I will reduce them to the Soviet Union. That the fate of the Soviet Union will be better than them. Any idiot coming to take over Africa, any idiot coming to exploit Africa, understand we have come in with the Creator, and then we risk life itself. But then our people must embrace this truth, this glorious light, this gospel you continue to hear on Radio Biafra. You think it's easy for our leader to come out and broadcast? But of course, the responsibility of a nation has fallen upon his shoulder. He has no choice. Okay, do any lechane ka undi raka we lechane. He has no choice. Tell him I said that. He must. Makanisho ke kwa po akuyegbe. Work pe hoka hokakeme. The enemy may rise and think they will destroy us. He will do this one. The pair of light is not in their hand. But we need to know the truth. And it is this truth that will set us free. Our fathers. You see somebody tell you, I'm Urubu man. Isoko Urubu. They are from Okoso in Anambra State. But they have passed 2 bus stops before they become who they are. From Edo, I know the Biafrans. Isako, Ekpoma, Orionwo, Awuchi, Abudu, Osanogogo, Zanishi, all of you, I know all your history. For I was born among you. Our leader has answered the question. We stop there this night. Your mother tied to rapper, you are a Biafran. We will tell the story one day. We are able to find our way back home gradually. Not because we are educated, not because we are enlightened, not because we are anybody. Because those your father they told you are evil, laid principle on ground. And each day we disciple them. And the more we disciple, the more we come back home. What are we here to do? We are here to recover ourselves. Our leader understands this truth. We want everybody to come together. Everybody just need to understand who they are. He doesn't have the knowledge of his own. He had idea about the principle of nationhood installed by our ancestors. If you do not know things like that exist, should we not appreciate what we do here on Radio Biafra? Should we not? We may not be very proud of our action, but in 100 lifetime, we will do it over and over. Forget about the dispensation we are. When we are done with Nigeria, every Nigerian will understand who we are. We will not bend for calves and cowrie. For the sprinkles out nor amulet. Because we will always be here. When we consider the process through which a nation is formed, one will clearly see the principle upon which the society was built. As far as the principles are recognized, you service them, you are willing to manage them, and as well maintain these principles, the people will continue to abide in a nationhood. Let me repeat the grammar. When we consider the process through which a nation is formed, one will clearly see the principle upon which a society is built. As far as these principles are recognized, you must recognize it. As far as these principles are serviced, you must service it. As far as these principles are managed, you must manage it. As far as these principles are maintained, the people will continue to abide in the nationhood. If our father didn't do wayo, you do wayo, it won't bring Biafra together, because you are a wayo man. According to my brother Sari Dokubo, you are a mumu man. If our ancestors understand the true meaning of equity and we're willing to deploy this principle, you don't have choice. For our society, the nationhood to abide, you must service equity, because he who must come to equity must come with clean hand. Let me digress a little bit. Most of us don't know what is equity. Equity is not justice. In fact, I can categorically tell you that equity is almost the opposite of justice. Because equity say you have to give up something so somebody else will be happy, and forget about justice. They are not the same. Justice simply demand, give gold to gold, the owner of gold, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and give to Jesus what belongs to Jesus. This is justice. But equity say no. Jesus got to mellow down. Caesar got to mellow down, because all fingers are not equal. Our ancestors say he that must come to equity must come with clear hand. Because equity will make it look like you are a sinner, but you are not. Because equity say rob Peter and pay Paul. This is what equity say. But I tell you, equity is the greatest of it all. This principle must be serviced. Ebe beli, ugo ebeli. Ebe and ugo, they are not the same. Whether Ebe is stronger than ugo, the guy allowed each other to live. Principle, live and let's live. That is just the true, simplest way to explain equity. Now let me digress further. When we talk about equity, equity is telling you that God created Mr. Peter to be 10 feet tall. And for Mr. Peter to succeed, he need to be able to look across 9 feet tall fence. And now, naturally, Mr. Peter does not have a problem as a 10 feet tall man looking across to the other side of the land with a fence of 9 feet. He has the advantage of 1 feet. So when Peter wakes up in the morning, he looks across the fence, he sees everything he needs to see. From the challenges to the mene and so on and so forth. It's okay, it's easy for him. And then the same creator creates John. And then he makes John 4 feet tall. He gave the same task to Peter that he gave to John. And now John have an obstacle that is 9 feet. And the creator gave him just 4 feet high. Which means for him to get up to 9 feet and above, he need extra height of 6 feet. Equity say, Peter, forget about your advantage now. We need to carry Paul along. We need to carry John along. And then Peter will say, how am I supposed to be of any help? And then the creator will say, Peter, help him build a table that is 6 feet tall. And then with his 4 feet, if he climbs on the table, it becomes 10 feet, the same height with you. So both of you can see clearly. Now understand, it is unfair. It is unfair, honestly. But now, do not end up calculating the immediate advantage. Look beyond the immediate. You will be glad there is equity. If you are patient enough and you sacrifice to help John to build a table of 6 feet in order to appreciate his 4 feet to 10 feet equivalent to you, this is what will happen. He will see the challenge you are seeing. And when it is time for both of you to battle together, you will not be fighting alone. Somebody is going to watch your back. Do not forget that the Roman legionnaire, they do not have any protective armor behind. So somebody going to watch their back. That is equity. I won't go further than that. Equity makes one to sacrifice for another, so both of them can enjoy equal stability. So our ancestors understand all these things, and they put this principle in place. And as long as we abide by those principles, we abide by nationhood. If peradventure we neglect this principle, and then you have catastrophe everywhere. People will cause hulobalo. Because of course, those who conquered us supposedly, they left a pendulum of chaos behind. You just can't repair it. The more you try to repair it, the more it creates more chaos. But it has to be destroyed. But when we encourage one another to build equity, finally, we can form an impenetrable unit with one single voice. Like Joshua and his men, we will sing unto Elohim, and the walls of Jericho will fall down. Tonight, on this very topic, I want us to find out some of this principle, and each of us can go back home and begin to prepare our mind to embrace this truth. Though they are bitter, though they are very hard, but certainly we don't have choice. You don't. There are rules we must cross, bridge we must cross. There are sacrifices we must make. Number one of such principle is the principle of free religion. They understand that there will be so many religions. Our ancestors practiced it. Some people are ashamed that they go to Bubulu or Dibia. Why? If my calling tomorrow is Ububulu, I tell you, Nkabonu Lutamba. You don't know what is Utamba. Nkabwa Yutamba, Mbagonu Lutamba. Unu Puangare Ken. Yeshibangare. Our ancestors understand there are so many religions. When the children of Israel left Egypt, Aaron was appointed as the high priest. But among the children of Israel, there are other priests that are not of the line of the lineage of the Melchizedek. They were there with the people of Israel. But the Elohim, Chukwokikabiama, said to Aaron, said to Moses, Aaron is my mouthpiece. Neither did he reject others. Now, when we talk about the story of Balaam the prophet, people think he's a foreigner. He's an Israelite. He's a Hebrew. He's a Hebrew. He know how to talk to Elohim. The same way Aaron talked to Elohim, he talks to him. Free religion. When Saul went to contact or consult a definition, a define evil prophetess, supposedly according to demonization principle that governs the world, Saul consulted the witch to invoke the spirit of Samuel. The spirit of Samuel came forth because Chukwokikabiama allowed it to come. Do you know that the three wise men were astrologers? Did you know the Bible condemned astrologers? But then when they went to visit Jesus, they are called the wise men from the east. Who the hell are you to judge? Are you God? When somebody say, I am one Saint Teresa. When somebody say, I belong to the order of Saint Mulumba, order of all the old order, you leave them alone. There are issues that are greater than all of us. Or go more anyhow you like. Go one more. But at the end of the day, we will stand before our Creator and give account of our life. It's not left for any man to decide. We understand how these issues have been politicized. Our ancestors knew this truth even before your mother was conceived. Who are you to judge over it? Oh, I don't want to Islam. Oh, we don't love Christian. Oh, we don't love Shabbat. Oh, we don't love who the hell are you? Allow it to be. God is the judge of it all. If you come to Abo, where I come from, if you know how many shrine my ancestors served, it will amuse you. We have Ekbentu. We have Idugun. We have Akemoho. So many. When you die, there are symptoms we see. We know who killed you. Am I telling you to go back to idol? Don't forget I'm reverend anyway. I am reverend. Man of God. I am the general overseer of Sanctuary of God Church. We've seen the light. We need to allow other people to see it. If other pastors refuse to say the truth, karma will make them say the truth. You won't understand. We will get there in our next segment. Our ancestors understand the need to respect everybody's religion. If I like, I think, Holy Mary, Mother of God, the Lord is with you, pray for us. It's not your business. It's not your business. Let God fight for himself. You stop fighting for God. Who the hell are you? As you keep fighting for God, you keep disgracing yourself. That is just it. The highest deity recognized in Igbo land is Amadioha. Before you talk of Ikenga, these are deities. Some of our fathers worship Amadioha. The lineage of the ancestors that worship Amadioha. Everybody, if your father name is Amadi, you are from that lineage. If you like, go and change it now. You sabi. The tribe of Biafrans that worship that deity known as Amadioha. If your father's surname is Amadi, you are one of them. Don't let anybody deceive you. Be proud of you, my brother. And then we have the Ikenga, among others. So numerous, I should say. But let me tell you something why I'm bringing it up. I went to a community known as Ozozo. Ozozo is in Rivers State. It shares boundary between Rivers State and Imo State. Precisely Eche land. I am very close to the high priest of Amadioha. But I never discuss with him. Of course, his first son know who I am. But I don't talk to them. I behave like Mumu and I look at them. They are looking at me. They think I'm Mumu. And I studied them very well. Honestly. And then I begin to ask question. Eche Ozuzo in River State is not Igbo. Nigerian doctrine. As I say, Anyama is not Igbo. Oh no, Mari, just be disgracing yourself. We are looking at you. We are not in a hurry. And then I asked a question then. I've not joined IPOB, but out of curiosity to know the truth, I dabble into many things. And I said to one of my workers who is from Egala, Anambra State. Most of you don't know that Southeast is not Igbo State, Igbo region. Even in Anambra, close to 21 communities are not Igbo. They are Igala. I have so many friends from Anambra. They can't even speak Igbo. And I told my friend, I say, but these people are Ozuzo Eche, and they say they are not Igbo. And the highest deity of the Igbo nation is Amadioha, God of thunder. If you watch, is it Troy they call the film or Toy? That man that carry hammer, it's not a Igbo man, it's an Igbo man. Those of you who watch Troy, that film when they show mutant, when you be Juju man for Africa, they call you Juju so they can demonize you properly. If you be winch for Igbo, they call you mutant. Mutant. See the name, very melodious. Mutant. Amadioha na Igbo man. But when they use an art film, they give an Troy. 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 That man where they carry hammer for movie. Now the Amadioha, no be Igbo man. But you did that, they condemn Juju evil. Why Igbo no go come carry am from you? Very soon now go our children go they pay go watch masquerade that we can do. Let me know. I don't like digressing, but of course our duty is to make you know the truth. And I asked the friend, I say, so if Ozozo Eche in Iguacha is not Igbo, then how can we explain it that the highest deity in Igbo land is in Iguacha? We laugh. Honestly, if they are listening to me tonight, they know I'm not lying. I'm not lying. But what I'm trying to say is our ancestors understand the need for free religion. When India discovered this secret, that is why they got to where they are. Did you know in India, anything you want to worship as your God is your God? Some worship cow, melu, they worship snake. India is not killing anybody, nobody killing anybody there. Everything British brought to them, they rejected all of them. They only accepted technology. When I tell them, hey, Antichrist, do you know Christ before you call me auntie? I'm not auntie of Christ. Do you know even Christ before you know his auntie? Believe me, I just want us to understand that we need to create an atmosphere that will enable all of us put what we got in that very platform, in that very electric magnifying field. We release megahertz of radioactive power that is able to tumble your brain and let us go, for God's sake. You won't understand anyway. And so when people wake up, they start saying different religion. Do not condemn them. Adam and Eve had another form of religion. Their children, Cain and Abel, have another form of religion. From Methuselah and the rest, they have another form of religion. And then Noah have another form of religion. And then Abraham was raised from the horde of Chaldees. And God said, forget about your father religion. I will teach you another one. They entered Egypt as Hebrew. They came out as Jews. Most of you don't know there is a great difference between the Hebrews and the Jews. And say, when you are telling me I'm a Jew, you are idiot. Do you know what is Hebrew? Why are they not talking about Hebrew? From Hebrew to Hebrew, from Hebrew to Hebrew, from Igbo to Igbo. But you won't know, you are busy chasing a shadow. Religion has always been upgraded. But that is not why we are here. Only those who are stupid about it are where they are. Number one, they understand the need for free religion. Number two, they understand guidance of domestic activities. They understand for nation to maintain its nationhood, domestic activities must be guided and respected. Honestly, let me digress. When I start listening to Radio Biafra, these are the principles that brought me there. Number one, as a pastor, I came back from church that Sunday, and I just needed to hear one live from Zoo Radio. And when I was tuning the radio, I hear, you are a monkey, you are a baboon, Zoo, idiot, thunder fire you, God kill you. Yeah, I said, which kind of radio broadcasting is this? I had to return back to it. And I begin to hear, Chukwuki Gabiama send me, Chukwuki Gabiama send me. And then I pause. So those of you sabotaging the radio, FM radio in Biafra land, you don't know the damage you are doing to the struggle. Honestly, you don't. Because without the FM, maybe I will not be in IPOB today. I have to go back to that channel, not because the man was insulting people, not for any reason, but because all my life, the only person I have had to use that name is my mother. And I know that the moment my mother say anything and Achuko Kikabiama, you are in trouble. The limit she can go. If you say, by the name of Chuko Kikabiama, I will kill you, you better run because you will die. No matter where you go to, you will come. She's from Umunede. She's not from Igbo land, according to. And then I was like, to me, I thought it's a name of a secret court or God. And then I said, this man must belong to the same secret court with my mother. That is what brought me into IPOB. Adia mama. Owonecha gwarubusi or busi gwaronecha. Ndi ushi. That is how I came into IPOB. These are the principle of preservation of domestic values. And then I start listening. Every evening, our leader will come. It is a wonder every day. Your mother tied to rapper. Your mother tied to rapper. I then remember the first year I entered River State. And I was communicating with my landlady in Rumola then. I could hear everything she was saying. And this was my first time in Rivers State. The only thing I know about Rivers State is that it's a garden city. And I know that there is nothing garden inside the garden city. And after my first chat with my landlady, Mrs. Same Hule, of course, go there whether you be able to track me in the area. You won't see me in there anyway. I just want you to know I'm not a ghost. And then I called my mother and say, these people, are they our people? My mother never answered me. She started laughing. So our leaders say, your mother tied to rapper, you are a Biafra. Understand, it's not making it up. Nekono, nekore, ejoku, wejuhebe nyonyo yeka. Ola webueka, wejuhebe nye, ejoku. These are traditional or rather domestic principle that was preserved by our ancestors. And then let's go down a little bit. You go to Urubu, Ishekiri, Patani, Abraka, Ole. You begin to see them doing banga soup. When you hear banga soup, don't think it's a foreign soup. This is Ofako. This is Edikaenko. It's the same soup. You go to Cross River, Edikaenko. You go to Umwa here. But Anambra, of course, they prepare the best of that soup. It is Ofako. We come to the coastal region. It is banga soup. Banga, ako, Edikaenko, Ihohuro. Okro is okro. Sometimes we call it alite. Alite or okro. It's the same. Egusi ogiri. It's the same. We don't cook soup with 10 liters of palm oil inside one pot of soup. We don't do that. The Yorubas understand they do that. And so the first insult Yoruba will give to you is to call you Onyeibe, Ajokuta Mamomi. That is the truth. Sometimes I begin to wonder, am I truly sure I'm a Biafran? Because when my family members swallow akpu, I'll be looking at them. They'll be swallowing. They don't drink water. But I don't know what is wrong with me. Whether there is Yoruba blood inside me, I don't know. If I swallow one apple, I drink 10 cups of water. I don't know anyway. But I understand that our people, Yoruba used to laugh at us. They will say we are Ajokuta Mamumi, which means we swallow stone even without water. And then we will yab them back. Onyofe mano. Honestly, I'm not undermining you. I'm just wanting our people to know the truth before I'm sanctioned. I'm not Yoruba. I'm not cursing you. We are brothers. How can I curse you? I decrease. Sorry, Yoruba. You know, we have to tell Yoruba and say, Onyofe mano. Because when Yoruba make soup, 10 liters of soup must go with 100 liters of palm oil. I don't know, maybe they don't have palm oil. But whatever the case may be, it doesn't worry them. If you be Igbo person, go and eat ofe mano, you will have typhoid fever. May the Lord have mercy upon you. Because of Yoruba people in Nigeria, we have Cameroon pepper, Chinese pepper, Cotonou pepper, Indonesia pepper, American pepper, every pepper because of Yoruba. And believe me, it makes them normal. It's good for their DNA. I tell you, when you as a Biafran, you go and chop pepper, Yoruba will chop. The best thing we will on music or for Sadebe for you. You know, think Tobani Kilomu, Tobani Coca-Cola, Oni Bobaye Jedi lo makme. Hallelujah. You are in trouble. Honestly, this does not mean anybody is better than anybody anyway. It simply means that there is difference in our DNA. So today, when we try to separate ourselves, when we try to divide ourselves, when we look closely into ourselves, we see there are evidence that cannot be undermined, overestimated. But all we need to do is to accept it. Somebody said, George Onyeibe say, it's Anyoma, it's not Igbo. You are idiot. Yamania fam. Honestly, I'm trying to come up with an idea where I will tell you that the Igbo today, you are the fake Igbo. Can you speak Igbo? If you can speak Igbo, there is no Igbo you will not understand. All of them, all of you, where you are talking. Do you know I'm in IPOB more than almost 3 years? Some people think I don't understand Igbo. I just be looking at them. He say, onye ana anu Igbo now, onye ana anu Igbo because small vacate corner anu Igbo. I just be looking at them. He say, in aniya inegu, I just be looking at mumu. He say, ona anu na agbago me because kai swazi beke now, ina asu beke na asone mo abeke. Imaro na umunwa aba, nwa alioji. Offset yana. Honestly, Nigeria wants us to be crying here. We will not cry. We will not cry. Honestly. But all these things are possible today because our ancestors left something known as principle of, that is the domestic principle that enables nationhood. The principle that encourages nationhood. Our leader anchored on this truth. This truth opened door for the revelation. The victory we enjoy momentarily at this moment, but believe me, in less than no time, it shall be permanent. I'll be back in a minute. Of course, we will not be able to exhaust all of it. We will continue from there tomorrow. But until then, I will be back in a minute. Don't go anywhere.
Is like the stream of life from which the character form and structure of the identity, where backwardness and progress are drawn. The history of a people, I repeat, is like the stream of life from which the character form and structure of the identity, where backwardness and progress are drawn. It affords a people the platform on which to predict their future. Just as every stream has a source, so every group has a beginning.
I had a voice on the radio Biafra, London. It's the mad piece of the Biafrans, and the can is his name. He made a vow to fight the end till our nation Biafra is restored. We love him, it's our mentor. Biafra is for the hill. Yeah. We'll keep on fighting till the end.
Anything you hear on the radio is the gospel truth.
I had a voice like in the air, sounding like a thunder, calling for my freedom. Yeah, now I conquer. I had a voice like in the air, telling me to listen. Biafra freedom is there. It's telling me Biafra is my name. Biafra is my home. Biafra is my home, my home. It's telling me Biafra is my name. Biafra is my name. Biafra is my home, my home, my home. For many years after the war, yeah, we were praying to Kike to give us a good leader in Biafra land to replace Oju. Until I wake up one day, one morning, I tune to my radio 102.1 FM. Radio Biafra. All I had is love.
The people cannot predict the future if they do not know their past.
Yeah. Nande Gano's voice. I had a voice like it. Yeah. Sunday like a thunder. Calling for my freedom. Yeah. Now I conquer. I had a voice like it, yeah, telling me to listen. Biafra freedom is there. It's telling me Biafra is my way. Biafra is my Sounding like a thunder, calling for my freedom. Yeah, now I conquer. Ah, the voice I didn't hear, telling me to live it. Biafra freedom is me. It's telling me, just telling me, telling me, just telling me, telling me, just telling me, my home. It's telling me, just telling me, telling me, just telling me, just telling me, my home.
Yes, of course, people without the history of their past should not be confident about getting the future secured themselves. What do? Our leader has said it all honestly. And of course, at this moment, our lines are open. Our WhatsApp line remains 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642 is our WhatsApp line. And then our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971 is our direct line, and then the special number for the female is 081-288-58614. 081-288-58614 is our special number for the female. But we must continue. What do we do? What do we do? I don't know. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line. Of course, we lose that caller, but we must continue. People must understand. If you do not know the truth of who you are, believe me, you are not going anywhere. There are a lot of issues on ground. There are a lot to be said that have not been said. There are a lot that we ought to do that have not been done. But whatever the case may be, every Biafran must understand that to be able to restore Biafra, we must be able to go to the length and the breadth of Biafra land. If we are able to do that, believe me, we will go home. We will go home. Yes, a caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line. Caller on the line, are you there?
Hello?
Yes, good evening from here, your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening.
Good evening from here, your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Onyeibe. I'm calling from Aba.
Go ahead, please, my brother. The world is listening. Yes, a caller on WhatsApp, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Onyeibe.
Go ahead, please, the world is listening.
I'm speaking with Judge Onyeibe.
Yes, you are on to Judge Onyeibe. This is Radio Biafra Extra. Go ahead, please, the world is listening.
Judge Onyeibe, it shall be well with you. Judge, it shall be well with you. I'm happy to hear your voice today. I'm happy to speak to Biafran today. I am a native from Obodugu in Idato North in Imo State, Biafra land. I'm coming from Ipob. My unit is a big family. I'm using the opportunity to thank our leader, able leader, Mazi and the deputy, Ipob. I say it shall be well with you always. Am I coming here?
If you don't want to talk to the world, I may have to cut you off. I have told you, go ahead, the world is listening. But if you don't want to continue, I will disengage you. You don't have to listen to your radio to get feedback. Once I pick your call, honestly, if you are listening at this moment, go ahead and air your view. Call on the line, your name and where you coming from. Good evening from here. Good evening. Go ahead. You see.
Concerning I'm short of words, but nevertheless, the immigrant na Egypt, people that will be able to tell her. So now, you can't do I'm an Ogonadiana, I will marry her, and I got one of the Marana. You got building Apple, I will know which is in the I'm asking out Logadre Hanama. Now, Obaran didn't have Obarino said, sure, I have Gana, I have to make a Haman, but didn't wear Bana Loma if you announce. So shall it be in their life. They will be deflated. They will never see a good thing in their life. In Yahushua name.
You see. Thank you very much. Thank you. We must continue. Caller WhatsApp, are you still there? Caller WhatsApp.
Yeah, I'm here, Mazi.
Good evening from
Onyeibe.
Good evening from here, my brother.
Yeah, good evening, Mazi. My name is Mazi Emeka. I'm calling from Indianapolis, USA. I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as the assistant coordinator. Mazi, I thank our leader, Mazi Nadekano. May Chukwu Kabiama come to bless him and bless you. Mazi, honestly speaking, each time you speak every day, I listen to you. Each time I did hear you from Radio Biafra, I don't feel complete because you are eye opener. The Chukwu Kabiama continue to give you more wisdom. Regarding on this, go back on our roots. To our roots is very, very important because that's why many of this generation will do mistake. Like you mentioned about India. I once lived in India, the state of India before. Mazi, in India, people worship cow as their own god. Everywhere go peaceful. Before I traveled to India, I used to say, all this India will go to hellfire. But when I go to India, within me, I'm convinced that if rapture take place today, the number of people that will go to heaven in that India that we consider as how they are worshiping idol will be more than Nigeria that people go to church every day. Because in India, there's a calabash, like now if you have a shop, we put a clay pot, a pot of water in the front of the shop. Okay? And there's one cup in that shop, in that top of that water. Anybody that pass will take that cup and drink water. Some people will come down for their car and take that cup and drink water. Okay? And there's no this amount of killing happening in the country. We have the highest churches in the world is Nigeria. The highest church even the youth even manage to travel abroad by Metrasi to the desert. All this church still come back to abroad. I open the same church. Yet there's nothing moving on that country. In India, no killing, nobody kill each other. You can open your house and go away. Okay? And the government take care of them. And we consider our people. Mazi, as I come to America, my eye open. There's one of the big man, one time, I entered I drove into his compound. He has something like we call it a shrine like in our land, Arose. I asked the white man, why do you know meaning of this? He said the fourth generation that's controlling this. The man is a rich white man. Okay, he said this came from eastern part of Nigeria by his ancestor. Okay? And then we be calling all this thing, we condemning all this our inheritance. And these are the things these people are using here. Go to their museum. It's everything they take from Africa during 15th, 16th century. But we condemn everything. They have a masquerade here. They have a winch festival they call Halloween here. And right now, even Nigerian people are celebrating the Halloween without not knowing nothing. Black Friday, they have it here. Our people will never value our own inheritance, our own ancestral inheritance. Thank God, Mazi Nadekano and Ipob come this time around to Help us so that we can go back to our roots. Mazi, let me announce our number in case anybody in the state of Indiana, USA, want to join our family. And if you are Ogo Town, we have IPOB family in Ogo Town. If you want to join, you don't know anywhere in diaspora, because look at what happened in MNA yesterday. Odugoko everywhere. It's better now we join this family. My number is 317-476-7702. 317-476-7702. Or you call our coordinator, Mazi Afamolisa. His number is 317-938-8346. 317-938-8346. Mazi, thank you from here.
Thank you very much. What do? We must continue. Caller on the line, your name and where you calling from. Caller on the line.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening. Go ahead, please.
My name is Mami Wabisisa. Thank you for everything. I thank Mazi and the Carlos and Ipob. Thank you very much. You are back again, sir. Thank God for it. I know that one day, as I am saying always, our building has finished. We have plenty. If everybody is fasting, no matter what any enemy are doing, no matter any killing, what I know is that Biafra has come to stay. Thank you for your teaching this night. Back to your roots. Always you are teaching. Always what you are saying. If anybody will come back to our roots, this Fulani Janjaweed, they cannot do anything. Even now, they cannot do anything. I and my brother today, we are discussing about what happened in Enugu yesterday. And I tell you, when Waka Waka Biafra Day, that day, I throw my cap onto her because she is a hero. I tell you, if Waka Waka Biafra is around now, that happened in Enugu, before it happened, everybody will hear it. They cannot do anything. Those Fulani men, and they are there. They say that that place is their own. Let them say 1 week, 2 weeks, as in Nnamdi Kanu has been ordered. If they kill us once, we will kill them 10. This time around, only for faith. If they kill us once, we will kill them 10, 20. I pray that God will help me. Let me go and buy gold. If I have money today, I will go and buy gold. Let people see how to shoot. I will leave them something. So in the next generation, if they hear about beer, they will run away. Thank you, my able leader. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Onyeibe. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Call on WhatsApp. Are you still there?
Yes, Mazi, I am here.
Yes, original.
Mazi, am I calling?
Original man. The whole world is
my main man. Onyeibe. Honestly, man, I don't know. If you are a woman, I would have come back to marry you. But anyway, that's not the issue now.
I'm engaged, you Biko, I'm engaged.
I know, I'm just thinking God will bless you. God will continue to bless you. I've not had your voice for a long time now, but definitely I'm so happy. Mazi, my name is Onyejaka Ugomaiman, and I am the national PRO of IPOB here in United States. Precisely here in Washington, D.C. As I am from Amibo. Amibo is an Olo. Amibo is the home of the
Hold on. Do you know I'm not happy with you?
Hey, because now, but I get
when you introduce yourself, you always put the original. Why are you removing it?
Well, I will try to do that.
Very important. Go ahead, please, my brother.
Thank you, my brother. God bless you. Mazi, I want to use this opportunity to thank Onyeibe, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Oh my God. God will bless him. Uchemefo, my brother, I am asking you to stick in and stand your ground. Man, you have brought us, when you say you have said Biafra, because all the children now are up. You see, the killing that happened in Emene yesterday, it is a pit that these people have dug for themselves. No, you have killed innocent people that we are praying. People that we are praying, you went over there and then start what for? So this is an opportunity now for all the Biafrans to come out. Since they have decided that they're going to kill us, the whole world is watching. Everywhere in America, people are seeing what is going on. Believe me, let me give you an example. When the civil rights was fought here in the United States, America was the strongest. You know, they had the army, they had the navy and everything. But when the few black people decided that they want to get civil rights, then they were agitating. Even when they were killed, even when they were intimidated, even when they were bombed, then they were agitating, they were on the streets, and then they were agitating. You cannot get your rights by sitting in the house, or you are afraid that you're going to be intimidated. These people who are intimidating you, nobody gave them the order. It is the order that came from them. So if a policeman will come and kill an individual, if an army will kill an individual, it is something personal to them. Take your camera, take a picture of all these people. When we burn them and burn down their house and kill their children, believe me, they will know that we are up. I want our people now just to go out. Believe me, don't go to sleep. You have to go out in the day, in the night, come and agitate, come out and show your anger. Because these people have done the worst to you. You cannot go back and then you are afraid. You have to come, let them do their worst. Believe me, Martin Luther King, in spite of the fact that everything was going on in this country, then the blacks were out. They said, do whatever you want to do because the world is seeing it. We cannot get this, Biafra restoration by just keeping quiet. What we are doing, we are not killing anybody. We have never killed anybody, but we have that right as a human being to agitate for our freedom. And this is what we are doing. So I don't want anybody just to go and be discouraged or you are afraid. Who are you afraid of? You are afraid of yourself. You are afraid of your image. Why are you afraid of these people? These are the people that live within you. They live around all the DSS and everything. They live in Biafra land. So we know them very well. When we start going after them and then killing them, honestly, they will leave us alone. Look at what is going on in Borno and then what is going on in the southern Kaduna. Look at how this Boko Haram, many number of Boko Haram, that the Mali people went over there, is it the Mali or Niger? Went over there and killed all of them. But the few of them are the ones that are tormenting Nigeria military and then stealing all their things. So we have to do the needful. So please, if you are here in the United States of America, I am begging you, my brothers, please, that time has gone when we used to say, oh, this is a Nigeria thing or whatever. Please, even if you don't want to join IPOB, of which I know a lot of people say, oh, we don't want to join IPOB because of our job or whatever. No problem. We don't have problem with that. But what I am asking you is, my brother, please, for the sake of the people who are dying, for the sake of the innocent, your mother, your father, your house, your homeland, for the sake of it, please, I am begging you to go to our website, www.ipobinUSA.org, www.ipobinUSA.org. If you go there, you will get the contact of each state. Every state, you have the contact of the principal officer or the coordinator. Or you want to get information about Biafra, then definitely you can get it from there. And if you cannot get anybody, I will urge you to call me personally, and my number is 301-343-1221. 301-343-1221. Thank you, Mazi. Thank you. God bless you. Biafra is here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And then, of course, we have one or two announcements to make before I will pick another call. And then there is an announcement coming from the religious body of IPOB family, and it says, announcement. There will be 3 days fasting and praying or prayers by IPOB/Biafrans worldwide from Monday the 31st of August to Wednesday 2nd of September, the year of Chukwu Kikabiama 2020. Theme of the fasting and prayers is Biafrans arise to go home, for the time is now. Exodus chapter 33 verses 1 to 2. Isaiah 60 verse 1. Prayers point in scripture to use. Day 1, Monday 31st, this month 2020. A. Thank Chukwu Okike Abiama for leading us thus far. Psalm 65 verses 1 and 2. Psalm 124 verses 1 to 7. Psalm 40 verses 1 to 6. B. Repentance, rededication of our lives to our God. Genesis 35 verses 1 to 5. Joel chapter 2 verses 11 to 18. 2 Chronicles chapter 7 verse 14. Day 2. Tuesday 1st of this month 2020. A. Oh Chukwu Okike Abiama, destroy Nigeria and all her allies and set us free from every bondage according to your promise. Genesis chapter 15 verses 13 to 15a. Exodus chapter 6 verses 5 to 8. Exodus chapter 9 verses 13 to 17. Jeremiah chapter 51 verses 1 to 10 and 53 to 58. Psalm chapter 94 verses 1 to 23. Then B. O God, guide and protect and give favor to our leader Mazi Kano, our deputy, and all principal officers, so that they will finish the work that they started. The scriptures to read is Isaiah chapter 40 verses 27 to 31. Psalm chapter 91 verses 1 to 16. Zechariah chapter 4 verses 7 to 9. Day 3. Wednesday the 2nd of next month. A. Our Father Chukwu Okike Abiama, restore our nation Biafra this year 2020 without delay. Scriptures to read to that effect is Ezekiel chapter 12 verses 21 to 28. Isaiah chapter 37 verses 16 to 36. Isaiah chapter 66 verses 5 to 14. B. Thank God for answering our prayers. The scripture to that effect is Psalm chapter 136 verse 1 to 26. Duration of fasting. Category A, dry fasting for 3 days. Category B, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Category C, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily. Category D, 6 a.m. to 12 noon daily. Category E, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. daily. Category F, 1 hour daily for children, old people, those who are under medication, as well as pregnant women. Understand that wisdom is the principal thing, and the Bible says, in all that getting, get wisdom. They are not asking everybody to undergo a dry fasting, neither are they standing to specify the number of hours you will spend with our Creator. There are specifications from A to F that enables you to choose the one you fall in, these stages you fall in, to enable you to remain focused and committed throughout this period. One can choose any category that is convenient to him or her. Chukwu Okike Abiama will restore our nation before this year according to the multitudes of his mercy. You see, this message is prepared by evangelist Ozuako Nwokike for Biafran Pastors Forum and signed by Mazi Oscar Okeke, head of IPOB Religion Leader Affair. You see, And of course, I want to draw our attention to the announcement that was made by our Supreme Leader yesterday. I will encourage everybody to go to the Facebook page of our Deputy Head of Directorate in the person of Mazi. I beg your pardon, some things escape my mind. We have Chika Duzem, Mazi Tony Inzurumike. You go to the Facebook wall of Mazi Inzurumike, you will see the memo to that effect. Our leader Mazi Nandekano, of course, yesterday graciously reassigned me from the position I was handling before now. I am George Onyeibe, the African rep, the Nigerian interim national coordinator, as well as the Biafra land national coordinator before now. These are 4 offices piled up in one. It was because I was available at that moment. That is why I managed those offices. And of course, men and women across the globe are coming up to take their rightful places. All we can do is to take a bow. I learned great deal from Mazi Mefo. He said, when we have our people who will do what is necessary to restore Biafra, what are we doing here? We take the back seat. And at the right time, I was properly informed, and I stepped aside for Mazi Kechukwu Gwoha. We did our inauguration in Abia State, and I handed over to him the way it's supposed to be. And of course, our leader in his broadcast yesterday made it clear that Menene Teriri is now the overall zoo coordinator, which then makes George Onyeibe only the African rep, no more interim Nigerian national coordinator. And of course, my brother, if I did not pronounce your name well, I beg your pardon. That is just the style anyway. If you don't know, you go to the wall of our deputy HOD, Tony Zurumike. Meriri Terere is the overall zoo national coordinator. And at least, of course, at this privilege, I still have the privilege of serving as the African rep. Understand, we are not career freedom fighter, for your own information. And when the leadership are led by Elohim to take any decision, we take a bow. We have one thing in common. Nigeria must be destroyed and Biafra must be restored. And those of you in the zoo, your overall coordinator is Menene Teriri. If you have any issue, of course, you can call me further on, or you report to the DOS. They will update you on what you need to know about that. That having been said, my brother, you are still on WhatsApp there. Are you still there, brother, on WhatsApp? Yes, you are a patient man. Go ahead, please. The world is listening.
Okay, Mazi, thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah. My name is Chukwu Manuel. I am a native of Ishiago, Ebonyi State, Biafra land. I greet my leader, I greet our leader, Mazi Nandekano, for a time like this. I greet Mazi Chemefo and all principal officers of IPOB members all over the whole world. Yes, this evening, I want to add my voice to make it very clear that for anybody to deny saying that he's not Igbo is a very serious mistake, because Igbo was recognized by the white people. They say Igbo great. Our leader has been saying this with so many times. For people to know that this name Igbo is a special name, and the British know about it, and they are doing everything to make sure they put these ways on earth. If you are a regular listener to our leader, you will understand that Igbo is a special race, and they know that.
So for somebody saying it's not Igbo, I don't know who you are. I have said it so many times that everybody from the East is Igbo. Whether you like it or you don't like it, that is your business. But the problem we have is the people who are religiously and otherwise destroyed a lot of things, and everybody are suffering it now. Because if you read when we are our own time from 1950, if you gauge from 1950 and 1960 and 1970 to 1980, you can understand that things continue to be worse. Not minding everywhere is religion, is everywhere is churches. The more you go, the more trouble become. Because so many things traditionally is damaged, thereby making a lot of people like this Igbo race to become behaving like animals. If you watch out by now, somebody upon all the information that is coming out from Radio Biafra, you can see some people behaving as animal, as Fulanis. Somebody will go and collect money and send his people to the Fulanis. You can understand that a lot of things is wrong. And this, if you trace it to the ground, you will see that religion is the cause. Religion has damaged so many things in Nigeria, both the Christian side and the Muslim side. So many things will damage. They are too busy in religion destroying themselves, going left and right. If you're careful about the speech of our leader yesterday, I think yesterday, you can understand that these Fulanis, they have a grave plan for religion, for Christian in Nigeria. You can also understand that Christian has nobody to defend them in Nigeria. The so-called Khan is corrupt even more than the so-called politician. They are busy for their pockets, forgetting about they were elected, if at all, to defend the Christianity in Nigeria. But they are there. Fulani has brought them over. You can see somebody will say he's an archbishop, he's bishop, he's a reverend, he's all this and that, but he's working to help the Fulani to Islamize Nigeria. That is correct. Because there was a tape of Boss Emmanuel who has explained what happened to Turkey. And upon all this, this man has tried so much by putting a tape online. And upon all these things, the so-called Christian in Nigeria, nobody is interested until now. Even up to now, some of them are saying they are praying instead of doing the right thing, instead of letting the whole world know that this is what is happening. They are busy praying without work. So many things is wrong in Nigeria. What am I trying to say? If you are called Igbo, is a blessing name. Lord Lugard confirm it. Our leader have said it. The problem is that when all this thing was destroyed, there's so many things happen that some of Igbo people get their brain is just like Fulani brain. If you watch out, if you give Igbo man 10 years to develop what they have in their brain, you will see so many things will be manufacturing from the Igbo land. But because the Fulanis and the British don't want our race to come up, that is why they are fighting left and right to make sure they pull this race down. Until people understand what is going on,
Failing to do so, we will continue going up and down. Nigeria is planned to make sure Igbo people, Igbo race does not raise their head and bring out their development to the east, which is Biafra. So our leaders have tried so much to open this radio so that through this radio you will hear the truth and the truth will set you free. During the 1950s, when my grandfather and great-grandfather is alive, so many things that is working that time, the people who are going to church are going to church. The people who are Omelala, they are doing their own thing. Everything is going. But now, the so-called religion, they have destroyed everything, claiming they are going to heaven.
Yes.
A lot of things is wrong.
My brother.
Until these people understand.
My brother, while you are making your point, honestly, I do not have any intention to interrupt you. But sometimes when we come to this very sensitive issue, we want our people not to be so dogmatic in terms of principle or what they believe. Believe me, all of us have reason to why we are doing what we are doing. Even when we make mistakes, we know we are making mistake, but then we choose to make that mistake 100 times over to prove a point. And I think what we should be doing at this moment is to make our people see why we must go back to abide by the principles set by our ancestors. If I give you the history of Onyeibe people, you will understand why people like Achuse refuse to talk about Biafra issue. They are not saboteur. And there are things they encounter, they just don't want to say it. And the more we let them lie, we suffer for it. That is why people like us will fight it tooth and nail. Yes, Onyeibe, in the end, we will acknowledge the truth. Believe me. We all have something to lose, and yet we have better to gain. What I'm saying in effect is, if you blame somebody that you don't know what made them do what they do, you only aggravate the situation. And we won't save anybody. You understand? You are very correct in what you are saying. I'm not trying to stop you. But you've not been where they are. And so you just can't explain their conditions. Do you understand? If you are talking to a girl you love, the English say you woo them. How do you woo them? The first impression matters. Even when they slap you, you ignore them. You just want to get their attention. And the moment that is done, and then it becomes time for reality. And so there is always time for impression and reality. Some of us are still on the stage of time for impression, and then others are facing reality already. I am facing my reality. Honestly, there are some of my siblings that are still under the umbrella of impression. I impress them when I'm able to expose them to the truth. And then I judge them by their actions. I'm just trying to say, let's not generalize all of them. If you have not been there, you will not understand. Have you been a pastor? Have you been a pastor before? But I have been a pastor.
No.
I have been a pastor, and I know what it means to be a pastor, whether fake or original. Honestly, I know what it means there. And so if you've not been there, you can't tell me about the theories of indoctrination. I hope you understand it now. And then I have been there. I understand the theories of indoctrination, and I have the experience, and I'm in the better position to decide what is good for me, even though it is not good for me, which though I could justify in the end. And I want to believe that the most important thing is people must know the truth. And then even when we make mistake, they can't be able to reevaluate themselves and come back home. Whether we like it or not, Biafra remains the last hope of every black man on the face of the planet Earth. But how they appreciate the issue is very important. It is our duty to woo them when necessary. And that is exactly what they are doing. Some will tell you, are idiot, you are hopeless. And then some will say, please, we just got to do this, man. And when all of us operate on the same frequency, believe me, we will get home. And what the enemy want, they don't want us to operate on the same frequency. And so when I talk to an elder who is very hopeless, I tell him, you either thunder will fire him. And then when I talk to kids who are ignorant, I make them feel my pain. I want them to see what they are unable to see. And believe me, a day will come. A day will come. Everybody will know the truth. Thank you very much. Sorry for interrupting you. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Now, one thing is this. Our leader, each time he came up on a stage, I pick one or two things. He said, black people, their brain is not working normal. There is something Oyibo called foresight. This, I'm putting it on my own side. When you have foresight, you have the two eyes is your eyes, which you are using to see things. Anywhere you are going. There is another two sides inside your mind who are working with your brain, who are processing anything you do, you work on it and go to your brain, and you come out and manifest. It is not in black man, it is the inside black man, but the inside is very dark. It's only when you are hearing about Biafra, then that medicine we try to actually gradually cleaning it small. We try to see small. Like for example, white people, when they build a bridge and the bridge breaks down, they will come together. They will ask questions. What happened? What made this bridge to break down? Everybody will come up with his findings, and they will come up and bring the solution. They will rebuild the bridge back, and the bridge will stand for a test of time. But in Africa, but in Nigeria, what they will be interested is how to give contracts to gain money. Whether you did it good or no good, they collect their money. They are not after. If a mistake is made, because a mistake will be made, but it is left for people who understand, who can reason as a human being to ask questions why this mistake is made. Like what happened to Onyeibe Azikiwe and Awolowo on October 1st, 1960. Is a very grave mistake, and we are suffering it now. It is not for people who are here now alive. Onyeibe Azikiwe and Awolowo have died and gone. It's left for us who are here now to see the mistake and put it in order by making sure that the West will look for their own freedom and the East, Biafra, will look for their own freedom, and the Middle Belt, if they wish, will look for their own freedom. That is the only solution. If anybody is saying, let us continue Nigeria, is the worst person that you can reach on earth, because Nigeria is completely a place that British plan to remain slave, forever slave. That is why they put some group of people like Fulanis, who are terrorists all over the world, to be on top of those who claim they are educated. Look at how many educated people are in Senate. Look at how many people are educated who claim they are lawmakers in Abuja. And all of them are there. The Fulanis, illiterate Fulanis, have taken every key position in federal. How shameful. And somebody somewhere
try and summarize.
So thank you very much. We can have another day to talk to my dear.
Thank you very much.
Good night. And goodbye.
Ebony man, thank you very much. I appreciate. And of course, we are inching closer to the end of this program on this very segment. But believe me, do not go anywhere. The journey has just begun. Understand, we reason separately. we respond to issues separately, differently. But if we are able to channel our energy to one source, we will get to our destination. As a young father, it has not been easy for me to manage my children, and then I behave the way I behave. Something happened one day. I just want my children to be perfect like me. And I believe the only principle is to break them. They cannot listen. They have to. And honestly, I thought I'm a good father by breaking them. And then I see somebody older than me and see, what are you doing? I said, this guy is not disciplined. I'm going to discipline. He said, no. They are just children. He just gave birth to them. They are trying to fit into the new environment. They were in the womb, in the placenta. They spent 9 months in the maternal, and now they are in another environment. They try to fix up, help them, and that is your duty. And from that day, I realized I've made mistakes in so many ways, and then I humble myself and I guide them, and I'm more proud of them ever than I could imagine. Some of us are like that. You gotta break down, you gotta do this, you gotta do gene, you gotta do gene. And that is why we tell Nigeria, bring it on, we are looking at you. You bring it on. Of course, like I said, I will be signing off on this segment. Please do not go anywhere. Do not go anywhere. I'm coming back right after that. Hello, Biafrans, are you still there? Hello, Biafrans. I'll be back in a minute.
Mommy, don't cry. Daddy, hello Biafra, now we be the Biafra, hello Biafra, I want you Biafra, hello Biafra, oh, now we be the Biafra, hello Biafra, I want you Biafra, hello Biafra, freedom is here, hello Biafra, I want you Biafra, freedom is here, Papa God, I want to thank you for this beautiful thing what you did do for us. Finally Biafra is here, so make you never give up. I know yes, they killed us many years back. I know yes, they try to pull us down, but this kind of work this way. Thank you for all the good things. Now you don't make us better, now everything done better, now thank you for the good things. See everything done better, we're living fine. It makes me cry when I see my brothers being killed. Nigerian soldiers keep on killing us because we said for freedom. Yeah, take my life, but you can never take away that joy. Freedom is ours. We got what it takes to live. Hello Biafra, oh, now we be the Biafra. Hello Biafra, I want you Biafra. Hello Biafra, freedom is here. Hello Biafra, much we love Biafra, our beloved father's land. We love and cherish. We resolve the whole world. How much we love Biafra, our beloved father's land. We love and cherish. Biafra story is the most touching and painful story in the world. Biafrans have been killing every day and night, but nobody is talking. Everywhere silent. We should be ashamed of ourselves. Hey, we said we are Christians, but we do nothing to help the Biafrans. When they are killing Biafrans, we done nothing to help them. Whether you help or not, we Biafran, we stand and protect our land, because we love Biafra. We will die for Biafra. We are Biafra. We are Biafra. We love Biafra. We love Biafra. We love and cherish. We love and cherish. We are Biafra. We love Biafra. We love Biafra. Our father's land. We love and cherish. We love and cherish. I am a Biafran. I respect people, but I'm not afraid of them. And I want to use this little opportunity to address those that say that they want to know where I come from. I, Prof. Alison Akama, I come from town called Nenu in Obungwa, Abia State, and my mother comes from Akwa Ibom. I'm a man that believes what my father used to say. Mberede nyine dike, mberede ke eji ama dike, mberede nyine onye si na ya bụ eze, mberede ke ejikwa na ama eze. I so much believe in that word my father always used to say. We are Biafrans. We are Biafrans. We love Biafra. We love Biafra. Our father's land. We love and cherish. We love and cherish. We are Biafra. We love Biafra. We love Biafra. Our father's land. We love and cherish. We love and cherish. We are Biafra. We love Biafra. We are Biafrans. We love Biafra. I say we are Biafrans. We love Biafra. We Biafra. We love Biafra. We sound the whole world how much we love Biafra, our beloved father's land. We love and cherish. We resolve the whole world how much we love Biafra, our beloved father's land. We love and cherish. Biafra story is the most touching and painful story in the world. Oh. Biafrans have been killing every day and night, but nobody is talking. Everywhere silent. We should be ashamed of ourselves. Hey, we said we are Christians, but we do nothing to help the Biafrans. When they are killing Biafrans, we done nothing to help them. Whether you help or not, we Biafran, we stand and protect our land, because we love Biafra. We will die for Biafra. Oh, we are Biafrans. We are Biafrans. We love Biafra. We love Biafra. Our father's land. Yeah. We love and cherish. We love and cherish. We are Biafra. We are Biafrans. We love Biafra. We love Biafra. Our father's land. We love and cherish. We love and cherish. Oh.
You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to this is Radio Biafra.
Radio Biafra.
Land of the rising sun, we love and cherish. Beloved homeland of our brave heroes. We must defend our lives or we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from all our foes. But if their price is dead for all we hold dear, then let us die without a shred of fear. Held to Biafra, consecrated nation, O fatherland, this be our solemn pledge. Defending who shall be our dedication, spilling our blood we count our privilege. The waving standard which emboldens the free shall always be
reality. Biafra, land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my father's land. Biafra, land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my father's land. Children of the Most High, bride of the realm of God, Lion of the East, send the Daniel, great Biafra's movement. Worshiping, we worship the legend of God. Now we worship in our don't worship the one in Testament. Watching in our life, the rest in your people. When in a battle, you keep me one up till the end. See the rain again. Children, civilization, brought in them the leaders, and to the leader, but we are risen. I got no interior in the motive. And our salvation, your nation, tear us apart. Building churches, someone about. We are saved. So we work so hard against the system, wanting to align the system. We work so hard against the system, working against the system. For our life has gone poor. Many heads scattered the different. Now is the time to be restored. Great Biafrans be restored. I want freedom for my people. Freedom for Biafra. Biafra, land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my father's land. Biafra, land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my father's land.
Why don't you tell them they want an independent Biafra? Oh, they're fighting for their freedom. So we owe everything to Chukwuka. Not by our own mind, nor by our own will, but by the grace of God.
Back in 1914, amalgamation, colonial masters, criminals master, a mercenary soldier, Frederick Luger, getting all the captives, including the people, the Yoruba, the Arewas, many other people got us to Nigeria, here in Nigeria, people different religion, different culture, different culture and tradition, different language, different in everything here. Overstanding on the line, we don't resist together. No confusion, just spreading all those islands and water.
that can never miss. Because the cowboys, the representatives here in Nigeria, creating organizations, colonial external modernization of the Biafrans. Now is the time to be manifest, and now is the time to be restored. Great Biafrans be restored. I want freedom for my people, freedom for Biafra, Biafra, land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my father's land. Biafra, land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my father's land. Biafra, land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my father's land. Biafra, land of the rising sun. There was a country before they came from. Yes, of course, if you have not been there, you won't understand. Please, don't blame us, honestly. You don't have to blame us. Of course, this is Radio Biafra Extra. Radio Biafra Extra. Of course, we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is being anchored by the deputy leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. His name is Mazi Uche Ukafo Mefo. Mazi Ukafo Mefo is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. Mazi Ukafo Mefo is the man who has simply assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. This is one word I do not expect everybody to understand, but one day you will. He is, of course, standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader, Mazi Ukukano. Mazi Ukukano is the king of Afari Beku. Afari Beku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State. Abia State is Biafra land. I just have to remind us that over 60 years, nobody, not even George Onyeibe, not to talk of my father, was able to stand up to speak for the collective interest of our people. From Igede to Yala to Idoma to Arochuku to Mbanombe Simbi to Rumba, Omando Bankore, Olo down to Patani, Apieye, Utueke, all everywhere in Biafra. Nobody, I say nobody, until Mazi Ukukano came. He is the director of Radio Biafra. He is the director of Biafran Television. He is the leader of IPOB. And by the special grace of Chukwukike Abiyama, I am George Onyeibe. George Onyeibe, I come from Abo. Abo is in Anioma Kingdom. Anioma is in Delta State. Delta State is Biafra land. And of course, for record purposes, I used to be the African rep and the Nigerian interim national coordinator, the zoo overall coordinator. Of course, for those of you who don't understand that English, our leader's announcement yesterday relieved me of my duty as the zoo overall national coordinator. I'm just the African rep. I'm privileged, I'm a member of the DOS, but understand, it is not our father's property. I learned a great deal from our deputy Mazi Uche Mefo. Of course, he has to go to back seat so people like me can be able to minister to people like you. And of course, when people who are willing to do their duty for their father's land comes up, what are we dragging? I used to be not just the Nigerian overall coordinator, inclusive of African rep. And when everything was done normally, I step aside for Ikechukwu Goha, who pick up from where I stopped. And then I want to remind you, if you are in the zoo and you still finding it difficult to identify with the current status quo, Please, I encourage you to go to the Facebook of our Deputy HOD, Mazi Tony Zurumike. You will get the details there. The memo is posted there, and of course, after this broadcast, I will still share the broadcast, so you can come and look for the memo on my platform. The new overall zoo coordinator is Menene Teriri. If I don't pronounce it well, my brother, I beg your pardon. I have impediment of speech, but I just have to cope up one way or the other. Menene Teriri remains the overall zoo coordinator in the African rep. It is a privilege, honestly. Then, before we continue, I must acknowledge the Creator, Chukwu Kikabiama, the one who sits in heaven, and then He presides over the affair of man. He is our hope and stay. He is the reason why we are here. He is the lifting up of our head, the very primordial influence that drives us in everything we do. In matter both great and small, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, we give Him everything. I have to acknowledge Him before we move in. Honestly, Nigerians expect us to be mourning, but the truth cannot be overemphasized. Men and women have died. And tonight I extend my voice to them and say, you died for all of us. We are not better than you, but I should say, you are better than all of us. It is lonely out there where you are, but believe me, we feel your pain every moment. You died for us. Believe me, your death will not be in vain. 3.8 million children were starved to death. That is why we are here. And even if the Nigerian state, the British government, Queen of England, from the Buckingham Palace, want to starve then maybe 20 million more, there is no problem. But in the end, they won't understand, and certainly we don't want them to understand. I won't proceed until I acknowledge the Creator. Okwagi bikani jagaga, okwagi kiwaru simirile, ime kwa mwanya ga koturu ime, okwagi yo Chineke, iboke niri nebogwe, okwagi yo Chineke ma nebuchim. Okwagi bwecheto bisikiu, okwagi bikani jagagaleu, okwagi kiwaru simirile, imekwo nwanya gakoturu imeo, okwagi yo Chineke ibuke niri nebogwe, okwagi yo Chineke ma ibuchi anya anyị ji ahụ ụzọ, agada gbajiri zọnwoke obiọma, ibu olileanya nke ndị nsọ, anyị rerere ọkụ na ihe na-agbara ọkụ, ọ gịnị ka a ga-eji toro gị ye gị nna, anyị ga na-akwụ isi ala ye gị nnụnụ n'egbochi Chukwu n'ịdị mma o, Jehova n'ịdị mma, olileanya ndị nsọ n'ịdị mma o, ọmaka isi bịwale o n'ịdị mma, ezi Chineke m narị ekele o mgbe niile, anya jelu wale o narị ekele o mgbe niile o, ịmana sị na anyị na-eme mma o, ezi masị na anyị na-agwọ ọrịa o, dadi masị na anyị na-enye ike, mgbe bịara ọ bụrụ eziokwu. Ịdị ya agbanwe agbanwe, Chineke ịdị ya agbanwe agbanwe, ịdị ya agbanwe agbanwe anya n'elu ụwa ịdị ya agbanwe agbanwe n'eluigwe n'ụwa ịdị ya agbanwe agbanwe n'eluigwe n'elu ụwa ịdị ya agbanwe agbanwe ịkarịrị ya na-akpọ gị anya n'elu ụwa ịkarịrị ya na-akpọ gị akpata na-eku nwa ịkarịrị ya na-akpọ gị ọcha na-eru mba o ịkarịrị ya na-akpọ gị etu ahụ dị na mbụ ị ga-adịgide o ịdị ya agbanwe agbanwe o ịdatọ tụrụ gị o omemma ịdatọ tụrụ gị o oge akara aka erugo ịdatọ tụrụ gị o akpata na-eku nwa o ịdatọ tụrụ gị n'oge akara aka erugo Jehova na-ebu dike n'ahịa na-ebu dị mkpa n'ume n'ịdị ebube aha gị na-ekebe osimiri na-achụpụ ajọ mmụọ ọ na-eme ka mgbidi daa anyị na-aja gị mma o n'ihi na ị mara mma o ịhụnanya na gị obiọma gị o juru anya dajuo ịmakwa n'inwe gị mgbanwe ọ dị onye dịka gị ịbụ Alpha na Omega anyị niile na-asị na dị mma o ise when Nigerians want to talk they say George Onyeibe say it's not Igbo. George Onyeibe abụrakwa m onye Igbo adị ama anụ mpama everywhere anụ mpama just to talk you down. Hey, George Onyeibe say it's not Igbo, it's dividing Igbo, but you are an idiot. You think my father is dead? My father is still alive. My father was born the same month with me. I am born November 17, he is November 22. We both bear the same astrologic sign, Scorpion. 98 years, November 22, 2020. He will celebrate his birthday. Very active, even more active than me. I have told him to stop that so he will not over-enjoy more than me. And so when you are trying to advise us, compare your age to that our father, and then you come and talk to us. We know whether we listen to you or not. This is one truth, Nigeria. How many years is Nigeria? Nigeria is not even older than my mother, my father. Not to my mother, not to talk of my father. Ndiara. And you put a penny nice up on the can you weapon a G or what I know a John or Dominion remove. What calling me a Korean Halichana? Ndiara. You think we don't have job? We do. But I tell you, that which you fear will come upon you. We are destined to feed your fears. We will feed your fears if you are not willing to do the right thing. We will feed your fears until you are destroyed from whence you came out from. Anytime you are trying to control me, understand my father is still there. Nonsense. Hopeless you. We must continue. That is the truth. Nigeria may not like our style. It really don't matter. Once again, I want to welcome all of you who are with me on this platform. We will proceed from there. They don't want us to know the truth. And as far as we don't know the truth, we play within the very system they have designed for us. They leave us plugged to the matrix. And I think one of the reasons why Radio Biafra insists is to unplug everyone. And just like the Bible says, you shall know the truth and the truth will set you free. Our topic on this segment is simply titled The Inevitable End of All Nigerians. If we fail to fight back, every Nigerian, if we fail to fight back, there is an inevitable end waiting for us. Yesterday, of course, our approximately about 27 Biafrans were mowed down in Enugu. I know they lie. If they tell you 20 die, believe me, over 70 have died. They told us 28 died in our leader's house, Mazi and Kanu, and all of them lie. And anybody that sticks to that figure, numerically, you lie. The people I know who died are more than that. The ones that sustained injury that have left them handicapped, they are still there. Let me rewind a little bit. There is a sister that lives in Ipob. She jumped down from our leader's story building and broke one of the femur's bone in her leg. She crawled into the forest. This girl should be around 26 to 30 years. She managed to hide in that forest throughout the night. And then in the morning, one of our volunteers was able to save her life. They took her to some house in around Ungwa. And then the people who are harboring her begin to harass her. How do I speak the grammar? Erotically. She has broken legs, and then some idiot want to sleep with her. Her refusal to oblige, she was taken to Ipob. She spent some time there. She still struggled with her life, but I want to thank IPOB leadership. They followed her off, and I think she's okay now. All hail Nigeria. Thunder fire Nigerians. But whatever they say, it's okay. The prophet who has gone before us and the prophet with us has made everything clear. And I remember the words of Bob Marley. He say, there is a natural mystic flowing through the air. I won't tell you no lies. Things are not the way they used to be now. Many more we have to suffer. Many more we have to die. Don't ask me why. We understand. You go to the Declaration of Independence of America, it is written therein. Everybody must equip their mind. Because time in and time out, the blood of the guilty and the innocent will be used to refresh the tree of liberty. And that is why good men and women of America are not scared to die for America. Why should we? In Enugu, our brothers, you know the painful aspect of it. I have tried to sample the picture of all the dead bodies. Of course, those of you in Enugu, you have more dead body coming, please send me their picture. This ranges from children between the ages of 17 to 25, maybe approximately 30. Just small children. And then you are a DSS, you are a Nigerian, you are a Boko Haram, you are a saboteur. You sacrifice them. Believe me, if the price to pay for all we hold dear is death, and then we will die without a shred of fear. That is when Aziz will come to back me. You are idiot. They never born your generation. You're just looking for her to scatter everything. So you are threatening who? Who are you threatening? Yamarim. Did you know the rock from which we are hid from? But for record purpose. Why they are doing that in Enugu? Over 47 people were arrested and they are still in detention undergoing torture. It's okay. In Ebonyi State, the same thing is happening. Ebonyi State coordinator, along others, were arrested with fallacious allegation against them. We understand what is happening in Delta State and those they are trying to silence. Of course, so many of them. But will this deter us? If death will not deter us, is it gossip or yapping will deter us? Manka, you do your own, I do my own. You see this Biafra issue, we go nowhere. They never born you, we go nowhere, we die here. You don't understand? We go nowhere, we die here. I didn't tell you I will die here. You will understand the meaning of those words. We go nowhere. Yes, Sonny, me. We go nowhere. We die here. They are going to moi. Au revoir. Au revoir. Comment allez-vous? Oh, Setiana. Now you know. Like I said earlier, our topic is the inevitable end for all Nigeria. If we fail to fight back, fighting back is not just about the war. It's not just about causing chaos. It's not about reorganizing the system, but rather it's about brutally, sincerely, faithfully fighting against the system that is designed to enslave all of us. Bob Marley said, fighting against the system. A system has been created. The amazing thing is some people ignore the system. Going back to time immemorial, great men and women like our leader has risen up before this time. They all fall on the same pathway, which means there is a system there. Ojukwu remain honorable in the eyes of all that lives today, that lives before us, and that will live after us. Honestly, no man has the moral standing to challenge Ojukwu. With the little or nothing he knows about the very journey he embarked on, he did it best. Honestly, he did his best, but his best is not good enough. But then other men and women lived before that. People will not understand what it takes Margaret Ekpo to lead the About Women protest. People will not understand what moved some few men in Enugu to protest against injustice. You will not understand what led IPOB to this position. It really doesn't matter. One day you will understand. Believe me, I said our topic is simple. The inevitable end of all Nigerians if we fail to fight back. We have to fight back, believe me. Don't let anybody deceive you. Some are currently fighting against the system of injustice because it does not favor them. Some are fighting against Nigeria. They have different platforms. Because I don't want to offend some people, I won't mention them. Some people are busy. Oh, you got to divide Nigeria. Well, why they are telling you they are going to divide Nigeria? They are telling you how to go and vote one idiot or the other into power so they can gather momentum. Big English. When they speak the English, your head go lose alignment. You begin to sing the same chorus with them. Don't worry, 2023 is here. You will see what you have not bargained for. We're going to vote this man, we're going to vote that one. When we vote that one, according to the code of conduct, according to the we now negotiate and build momentum. When you hear momentum, it look like you receive a lot. Don't mind them, they deceive you, but they are deceiving themselves. Some are fighting against the system already. System of injustice. Simply because it doesn't favor them. We've seen them. Magu was begging, oh, don't arrest me, oh, I'm a freedom fighter, oh, I'm a corruption fighter, oh. Look at how you are treating me like I'm a robber. Magu Kwano. There are a lot of Magu in Biafra land, in Ududuwa land, in Arewa land, Middle Belt, Upland, River Ram. There are a lot of Magu. They're fighting against the system. The reason they are fighting against the system is because it does not favor them. But believe me, if we don't fight the true fight of freedom, Yoruba will suffer daily in Nigeria. We Biafrans will suffer daily in Nigeria. Of course, we have been suffering anyway. Awusa will suffer, Fulani will suffer, Middle Belt will suffer, Upland River will suffer. The people who create this system, including France, Britain, all of you will suffer. But I just want to believe that at the end of this suffering, all of us should be able to identify our suffering, attach our suffering to something that is honorable and able to dignify one above another. Others are fighting against the system because somebody encouraged them to do so. That is why they lack the willpower to fight to the end. Some of them are fighting against the system. They are in IPOB, they are in every group, they are fighting against the system. Not because they understand what they are doing. Somebody encouraged them. Imagine say somebody bring me for IPOB. That person I for don't swear for him. Because it's not easy. Nobody bring me here. Everybody is not like me. I have brothers scattered at least 6 continents around the globe. I try to encourage them. You got to keep up where you are. But I understand that some decision is not left up to me. I do not have right to make certain decisions for them. Because if somebody had brought me into IPOB by now, for the pray, in fact, I for join IPOB religion body to do fasting and praying for her. But believe me, we actually bargain. We know how it will end, positive or negative. We know how it will end, and then we have no regret. So each time I come, I sing some song, you will not understand. I have no regret in fighting for Biafra. I have no regret in joining IPOB. They are the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. We will fight with Nigeria until we divide. We will fight with Nigeria until we divide. It's as simple as ABCD. But those who are fighting because they were motivated to enter, by now also they are run away. Am I condemning them? No. But I think there is need for us to reevaluate our stand. If we fail to stand up and fight to the end and to the finish until Biafra is restored, there are consequences to it. Inevitable end. Example of such consequence of not fighting back is that our life will be taken from us. Our life will be taken. Some people are busy there. Oh, we gotta do this. We gotta do what? You gotta do what? You are brutal. You are bagada. You are jigrida. People are praying for leaders of Nigeria to die. Why would you do that? These people are long overdue already. You should begin to ask God, why are these people alive? They have murdered sleep. Why would they sleep? Obasanjo is not supposed to sleep. You know how many people he killed? Kawan is not supposed to sleep. She has a daughter who is in charge of all her life bloody investment. And I know, of course, Gowon relatives in Biafra land will attack me, but thunder will fire you. Because you don't know the rock from which you are hewn. When you are talking to us, you just respect yourself. You are disgracing yourself. There is the end that is waiting for all of us. We have seen it through the eyes of the prophet, Mazi and the Kano. We will question every authority. Even if God stand in our way, with due respect, we will put his righteousness to test. Do I expect you to understand it? If you are Biafra, you get ready. This rain will beat all of us. Honestly, there will be consequence if we fail to fight back. We can begin to draw examples from the issue of karma. Today, I saw many audios online. Men of God like me in Nigeria. Oh, how can they say it's karma? How can they give us karma? Do you know karma? I built a church, I raised a church, I inaugurate a church, I dig a church, a church, a church. How can Fulani come and you never holler? I tell you, you never holler.
I say who? So these people say, oh, this thing works to can. These people never watch out where they talk to can.
Association of Nigeria has rejected the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020 because it will snuff out life out of the church and rank the church as a secular institution among or under secular control. President Muhammadu Buhari had on August 7th signed the bill into law, the Companies and Allied Matters 2020. The bill, which has been passed by the National Assembly, replaced the 1990 bill. The Christian body described as satanic sections of the law which empowers the supervising minister to suspend trustees of an association, in this case the church, and appoint the interim managers to manage the affairs of the association for some given time. The presiding bishop of the Living Faith Church Worldwide, David Onyeibe, had also advised the federal government to expunge the part of the law that gives the minister the power to remove the board of trustees of churches without recourse to the court. CAN, in a statement signed on Thursday by Adebayo Ladeji, Special Assistant on Media and Communications to CAN President Samson Ayokunle, noted that the federal government has declared war on the church if it moved on to implement the law.
Ragade, according to my brother, if you are listening to me, look at the closest pastor close to you like me. Tell them Ragade, unagochi chonten. Unagochi chonten. Ordinary kama. They are crying. You're gonna touch our money. We're not gonna let you touch our money. You cannot touch. You never know what you never cheat chonten. Tell the nearest idiot close to you and say you never cheat chonten. If there is any idiot around you as you are listening to me, tell the idiot you never cheat chonten. They think it's about IPOB. That when I see somebody behaving, misbehaving, believe me, what we are standing against is bigger than any man. If you fail to fight back, our leaders say they want to Islamize us. Our leaders say so many things which have proven to be true over time. I am a reverend, honestly. Nobody violates my conscience. Nobody. They never born you. If you like be Ogomo, be Arabateria and Oroboteria, anyone you like be. I am a Christian. I do not profess that everything about Christianity is true. But I have an encounter I cannot deny. But no matter what happened, I leave God as the judge of all of us. We have been calling on Christians, rise up. Of course, so many of Christians has risen up. And I thank you tonight. But I will not dare temper into the reason why most Christians are still in slumber. But the point now is that all set go, all set yana. You are not crying. You can't touch our money. It is satanic, but they can kill us in Enugu. It's not satanic. Ndiara. You can kill and rape because you are full and yes, maybe anti Allah Boko Haram Lamido. You can do anything. You are not, your gospel doesn't get there. Now they don't touch your money. It's not only your money. You have no idea what is coming from you. Nobody will go free except Elohim frees you. They are killing people. You didn't issue press communique. They are killing IPOB. You didn't issue press communique. They are completely emasculating the country on behalf of the colonial terrorists. You never preach the sermon of Mene Mene take care of us. Now all set yana, how idiot are yapping. You can't touch God money. Do you know Jesus need the money? The money is for elevation and enumerate. You are a madman. You don't have no idea what is coming. You don't have any idea. But don't worry, you will get it. So people, when they are fighting vigorously, very hard, let's tarnish this image, let this, you think we are doing me? We go nowhere. You go nowhere. In or out, we will show you what you are not ready for. I hate to boast. I dare you, whoever you are, bring that wall so you know what we are made up of. We just they follow order, make things normal. Idiot they talk. If you fail to fight back, you just start. His Eminency, General Bishop Yedekbo, and then His Eminency, man of God. I listened many audio and I wept. Oge meme bu oge umuchuku jangwiri o. Oge meme bu oge umuchuku jangwiri o. Imane kwensu abatago, ogba aghara abata. Onye na-eme mmemme o, ya kpochukwu okike abịa maka ọbịa o. Oge memegbu oge ụmụchukwu ji anwụrị o. Oge memegbu oge ụmụ Biafra ji anwụrị o. Ịma na ekwensu abatago, ọgba aghara abata. Onye na-eme mmemme ya kpọọ IPOB ka ọ bịa o. You have no idea. The national, the government cannot satanic, our titan over here. How can you satanic? Don't worry. Shebi is one Nigeria. You never know anything. A day will come, they say, let's divide Nigeria. People like me will say, you go nowhere. You divide nothing. Karma is not camarizing the church. Are we going to talk about the current stage of harassment by cross-section of ethnic citizens in Nigeria? Each time I sit back, I watch people who are feeding on the misery of others in the name of one Nigeria. They are harassing everybody. Fulani is harassing all of you. Our leader gave a standing order. Don't curse Yoruba. Does he make Yoruba innocent? He gave a standing order. Leave Fulani. They have been conquered by leave Hausa. They have been conquered by Fulani. Does he make them innocent? We have the Ohanes in the Igbo. We have the Oloriogo and Amayanabo, the Obi Gwekala and Alaka Gwe, and a lot of so many of them. A cross section, the minority in Nigeria is bamboozling all of us. Hey, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. I didn't say.
Since when did cultists start invading police station in Biafra land? Since when? The same way that Fulani terrorists in the north were killing people, pillaging,
this way always. Some of us understand that sometimes we need to upset the balance. Many times if our hands are not clean, you think we will talk this way? We dare you. We dare you. I can hear your chant. I'm not a hungry freedom fighter. There is inevitable end waiting for all of us, including Fulani. Fulani think they are born to rule. You are born to rule, Abi? Born to rule me. The thunder from Amajo Hani Kinga is Jimmy already waiting for you. Born to rule me, Abi. Our people must understand the position we have found ourselves. It's not about Mazi Mefo. It's not about our supreme leader Mazi Nandekano. It goes beyond. We found ourselves in a complete state of hopelessness. Every other ethnic group found themselves in Nigeria who failed to support the agenda to disintegrate Nigeria. You don't know what is coming if we fail to fight back. Honestly, we know the truth. We know. Yoruba, you are collecting 10%. Resources that is not yours. You are Biafran. You are connected. Allen Onyema was busy telling us how many routes his plane can travel across the globe. It's okay, my brother. We are doing well. We are not doing bad. Buhari is kind. Soon you will be mute like Mbaka. Honestly. How many idiots will come and tell us how lovely Nigeria is? The people who create the hair know that they never intended the hair to be as hot as it is for us. But what they cannot understand is they are there in Europe, they are there in America, Malaysia, Indonesia, Orobo, Sekeria, Mama, and the rest of them. They are lamenting over the heat coming from this hell called Nigeria. And then those of you in the hellfire are shouting, oh, we love it, leave it for us, we are okay. Yoruba, why? Hausa, why? Middle Belt, why? Fulani, why? Ndi Sabo Ajambadi, why? Intellectual Academy, why? The advanced nation has gone past this stage. They know that they have to eat me and you inside one pot of pepper soup and continue to secure the future for their children. Then we have to shit inside the pot of pepper soup so they can't eat us. So that our chukuchuku ogwenyi is going to babu and then they will vomit us. You people don't understand. God will not do for man what man should do for themselves. God is not against conquerors. God is not even against Boko Haram. Because he never condemned Peter when Peter brought out sword and cut away the ears of one of those idiots. He simply said to him, is this not right time? What are you going to say? I don't want you to understand. Go and buy Biafran dictionary. Maybe you will understand. It's simple. For God has given to us all that pertaineth life and godliness. Why do you want me to sound like a clergy so you understand what I'm saying? If we all fail to fight against this system is not Biafra, this system is not Nigeria, this system is not Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani, this system is those who make this hell for all of us. Are you not feeling the heat? Are you not? Conclusion of all this matter is that the system will report by itself, and then everything will go down in flame, one way or the other. If we fail to fight against this system, if we fail to revolt against this system, do you know what will happen? The system will revolt against itself. It doesn't matter if we fail to revolt against the system. The system will revolt against itself, one way or the other. And so all of us must rise up. All of us must rise up, fight against the system. We must fight against the system. If we fail to fight against the system will fight against itself. It will destroy itself. The people who created Nigeria understand that Nigeria cannot survive. But then they still left it. They thought it would have collapsed by now. But it's still there because we failed to do what we are supposed to do. let us fight against the system. We have to fight against the system. If we fail to do that, there will be problem. There will be problem. Believe me. Believe me. The system has been designed to rapture. Everybody must therefore stand up for justice, equity, and the complete overhaul of all the system, as this is the only solution to our current predicament. We must stand up and listen to Fulani man trying to beg Igbo man to go for Igbo presidency and then remain somewhere faithful Nigeria. He say, Nigeria can favor all of us. You know now, we can manage it now. And then you know now, and then you know now. But I understand everything he was saying. I understand everything he was saying. They are now apologizing for quick notice. But they are not apologizing for our good. They're still trying to secure their future. Brother, we all know the truth already. We must fight against the system. Biafrans must be guided. Be guided, Biafrans, anywhere you are all over the world. Whether you like our leader or not, whether you like his deputy or not, whether you like IPOB or not, whether you like me or not, we all must be guided. We must be battle ready to fight all against the system. We must fight this fight to the end. Whether in our favor or not, whether we are right or wrong, until total victory is assured. That is a time where everything will begin to count. Don't let anybody deceive you. There is a road we must pass. There is a journey we must undergo. There are a lot of things we need to do. Whether it favors us or not, it doesn't matter. When we talk about racism, the owners of racism do not condemn it outrightly. They will never. Even when they know it's wrong. We are the ones that is racist. There is survival, believe me. I will be back in a minute. Of course, there is survival. There is inevitable end waiting for all of us. The survivors that hear my voice this evening across the globe, you must be battle ready. Battle ready to make sure Nigeria disintegrate. We have no intention of killing any man or woman. We simply say divide Nigeria. Yoruba can have Odudu one nation. Hausa Fulani can have our one nation. Biafrans can have their nation. Then British government can take oil without paying. We're gonna survive. This is what we represent. This is the truth. This is what we bled for. This is what we long for. This is what we desire. This is what we want. And I tell you, this is what we are going to get. Our lines are open at this moment, honestly. I honestly identify myself with those families who have lost brothers and sisters, who has injured brothers and sisters. Our people went out to pray there. What do I say? I'm not better than you. I ask for your quick recovery. I pray those of you who die should not go to bed. You have to wake up. The journey is not complete. It's not yet over until it's all over. Our lines are open at this moment, and our WhatsApp line is 07081545642. 07081545642 is our WhatsApp line, and our direct line is 08122152971. 08122152971 is our direct line, and of course the special number for the female is 08128858614. 08128858614. Caller on the line. Your name and where you calling from? Good evening from here.
Yeah. My dear Onyeibe, I just want to thank you for this hour. I am very grateful on this your present thanks. And my name is Onyeibe. I am from Ipob. Ipob is in the local government and also land. Obviously, on this issue of this trauma, in fact, we are very, very surprised to see what's happening. But in the other hand, I am expecting Christians to take action this time. It's not a thing of saying they are saying this and that. The time president. They're supposed to meet up. This is the time that they should go for demonstration. And when we know that they are serious in their faith, not to claim that we are have faith. And we are seeing things that will be, that will betray our life, betray our faith, and not everyone is quiet. Why can't them get up and for demonstration? Let them know that this is the stand of the Christians. Not the thing of writing that the time presidents have written this, the person have written that. That is not the issue. The issue is to take action, because action is louder than voice. Action is very important as of this moment. It's not a thing of talking. It's very, very that is just my contribution over that, because
your contribution is fine. Action is what we need. And let me tell you the truth. Our leader gave order yesterday. Everybody gonna do. Action speak louder than voice to all his own. Every Biafrans know what they are supposed to do. Give us order. They have given us order. But tonight, I speak to Yoruba. I speak to Hausa Fulani. I speak to Biafrans. I speak to everybody trapped in this prison. It never was designed for our favor. The earlier we accept it and do the needful, the better for all of us. Even though we fail to fight against Nigeria is uploading already. It will revolt against all of us. It is just a matter of the virus versus the host, and that is the truth. Thank you, my brother, and of course your contribution is noted. Indeed, yes, a caller on WhatsApp. Are you still there? Your name and where are you calling from?
Mazi George Onyeibe, my Africa. Good evening, sir.
Good evening from here, my brother.
My name is Ekweme Okichukwu. I'm from Obolafo in Enugu State, under Ugoni local government. But currently I'm calling from Ghana. My Africa rep, I must say, thank you. Let me start from this. For me to be among of the movement, which is Ipob family member, you made it possible to me, because you were the one that consulted. I sent you a message via WhatsApp that will direct me to our national coordinator here in Ghana before I get to my unit. So I must say thank you very much. Anyway, about what happened yesterday, it has already happened, but what can we do? We have to move forward. Honestly, yesterday, since when I heard and I saw the incident, I was short of words. Even yesterday, went to a meeting by the special grace of Chukwu Abiyama. I am Bunu East Secretary in IPOB. So yesterday when we were in meeting, I couldn't even record anything because of what if I remember what happened to our people in Enugu State. I was very astonished. I don't know what I was doing yesterday or, but all is this that you have already seen it. We all set the situation.
We will set the balance, honestly.
The balance, we all set the balance quite alright. So the time is here already. Nobody is demanding for time anymore. The time is here. And we all here, we are also trying our best to see that our people on the ground are well equipped physically and spiritually, and that is the cause that we are into it. We are here, we cannot fly and come and face them, no. But in one way and the other, we are contributing to the cost for the restoration of Biafra, which surely must come by all means. So I must say, you stay strong, don't shake, be very, very strong, because through your words,
we go nowhere. We go nowhere. We die here. They don't understand. When we say we go nowhere, we die here. People don't understand. It's like when we say Biafra or death. People think we are coming to just kill ourselves. No. We go nowhere. We die here. It's just Go ahead, my brother.
So, my Africa rep, I must confess, please, you must continue. Most especially you continue, because your voice have awakened many of Biafrans. Your voice alone, the program alone about the radio Biafra that have awakened majority of us. So I must say thank you very much. I'm short of word, honestly, but I must say
thank you, my brother.
We thank God by giving you your time in this time of hour. So, Mazi Onyeibe, please, if you can permit me, let me use my dialect Obola to be precisely to talk to my people.
Go ahead first. Go ahead, my brother.
Nwanne nwoke na-ekwu Ekwueme Chukwu nke si amụtenyi Obola afọ nke dị n'Udenu local government Enugu State, Biafra land. Na ana m asị onye ọbụla na oge akara keruo n'ọba ego bụ onye na-eso onye ga-asị n'ọwụ ha na-ebilite n'ụra, onye na-ekoro ya bilite n'ụra na ogoma na-eche ses eru ndị na-asụ ọsụ nye ọda n'ọda enyeghị ọda oredi n'oge abụghị na onye nwere ka o ji ya wulite because of oge adịghị m aga. So na masị nwekwu ụmụnweta biko mgbe na-ebu onye ọbụla nọ n'ọbụla nke ma ya alụsiri onwe anyị ọgụ n'oge ama okpuru oge anọma anyị na-echi anaghị mbụ nọ n'ugbo afọ ọnụma as it stand n'ọnụba anyị mbụ nọ na border town. So ọnụba anyị bụ ekwesịghị take this tax for now. So na mmadụ onye ukwu ụmụnweta n'ọbụ ha na-ebilite n'ụra, onye na-ekwuru ya bilite n'ụra ka ha na-ejoy na kpakọ, because that's love anyụkọta mamịrị ọnụ ọgbọ ofụfụ ka anyị na-ejikọta isi ọnụ mee ka ihe dị iche wee mee n'oge a. Na-arịsịka ngwa m biko ọkakwa nwanne Ekwueme Chukwu nke Umeze Ajọrọgwu in Amụtenyi in Obola afọ in Udenu in Enugu State. So daalụ. So my Africa rep, please let me give that to speak their mind also. Yes. I must say thank you very much.
Before you sign off, I just noticed something between my dialect and your dialect. It looks like the Igbo man. Yes, it looks like the Igbo man is very holy. He just say, "And you come on me but you are removing the original thing. My people will say, "Iwepo hamo, no mami yebo hu obo fofo." They call something the Igbo man is accent. Thank you very much, my brother. What can we say?
Oh, I have been listening. To your dialect. It's almost related to Obola. Yeah. If you know Obola, that's where I come from.
Thank you very much. Thank you, my brother. The Igbo man is trying to be holy, and then are you there, caller on the line? But you are removing the original thing. My people will say, caller on the line. You are listening to me. Please. Because that is just what can we say?
I have been listening.
When you call, please turn down your radio. Honestly. Yes, a caller on the line. Are you there?
Yes. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, my brother. Your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Obodo. I hail from Enugu State. I'm precisely in Kano West local government area, Biafra land. I really need to commend you, but I get in bias of state here.
Okay, go ahead, please.
I really need to commend you and the leadership of IPOB, my father in the Lord, in the person of Mazi Nnamdi Israel Ukukanu, our deputy, and yourself, and all the leadership of IPOB worldwide, including my Biafra State coordinator and my zonal coordinator as well. I appreciate all the effort that each and every one of you have been putting. Yes, and what happened yesterday broke my heart actually, because it happened where one of my cousins in his area, so it didn't touch me that yesterday because it's my state as well, and I am happy on the way our leader treated the matter, because I felt the pain the same way he felt the pain. And what I really need to tell our people is that it is time for us to sit up, because it has gone beyond what we can just let them be slaying us like that. Because this time is not us 67-70. This time we really need to take the bull by the horn. We really need to take the bull by the horn. I want to encourage all IPOBs worldwide. Please, if there is something you can do, if there is any way you can assist in tracking those persons that are involved in that evil that was perpetrated against our people, please let those that are close or those that can locate those people, please get to those people and execute according to what our leader has said. None of them should go free. None of them should be left. None of them should go free. Because as it is now, my mind is boiling. I'm not happy. I'm not really happy at all. But Elohim will believe Chukwu Kabiama. Because this time around, they will not go free. Wherever it happens again, we will attack them back, because it has got beyond control. So I want to commend every one of us, every one of you, for your hard work. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, my brother. The truth cannot be overemphasized to all his own. Biafra remain paramount, and we have no intention of dulling down the movement. Whether Fulani or Wosa, you are in charge now, you are not in charge. We must fight against this system, or this system will destroy all of us. Call on WhatsApp, are you still there? Call on WhatsApp, are you still there? Good evening from here. Go ahead, please, your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, Mazi.
Good evening, my brother. Go ahead, please.
Yes, my name is Chukwemano.
Onyeibe. The direct your village name very well. Sorry. Is it in Za or Abakeleke? Who is side of Ebonyi?
Isiago, after all.
Isiago. Are you the people that greet Idi Kolo? Or Jiokwa? Some side of Ebonyi greet Idi Kolo. Another greet Jiokwa. So which one?
Idi Kolo. Idi Kolo.
Go ahead, please.
You can call it anything. Idi Kolo or Idi Kolo. The same.
Thank you very much. Go ahead, please.
Yes. I love your program. Let me greet our leader, Mazi Nnamdi. Sometimes I start to think, if by this time there's nothing like Radio Biafra or Nnamdi, what is going to be the position of Igbo race?
Oh God, they risky.
Of the Biafra people? What is going to be their position? Then I return it back by saying that Chukwu Kabiama, who raised our leader by this time, know the meaning and what for a time like this. Because since I started studying Nigeria, right from 1950, it's a long journey. Up to today,
Instead of moving forward, Nigeria has been going back every day by day. When you come to Nigeria and start to asking questions, why everywhere is church and there's no development? Nobody can ask himself question, why is it correct? Then if it is not correct, where is the wrong started? But people are busy going up and down like sheep that have no sense. Even when you tested Nigeria up to federal level, you start to ask the question, what is the work of all these called senators? What is the work of all these called House of Representatives? What is the work of all these called themselves ministers? They claim they are educated, doctors, engineers, judges, lawyers, all this and that. But they have been accepted to be a slave under Fulanis. Because if you try the condition of Nigeria, from their constitution, there is no space for Christian. There is no space for churches. There is no space for Jesus in Nigeria constitution. But the same constitution, Sharia was mentioned 73 times. Grand Kadi was mentioned 48 times. Muslim was mentioned, I think, either 28 or so, and the others. But there's no space given to Christian. And the so-called Christian, none of them can stand and challenge one Nigeria. Why is it that Christian has no space in constitution? This was made by a tape of a pastor called Boss Emmanuel. I think you have heard the tape before, Mazi.
Go ahead.
This tape made it very clear that Nigeria is a Muslim state. And all this while, they have been working to come to complete their assignment. And those who are supposed to talk on behalf of Christians, all of them has brought over by the corrupt government in Nigeria, by Fulanis. And they are busy every Sunday. They will go to church and collect their offering and tithe, deceiving a lot of people. If you say you are a leader and you cannot show yourself as a leader, what is the meaning of your own leader? Our leader have come up, stand on truth, saying the truth, revealing of so many secrets in Nigeria. That what we call Nigeria is Nigeria. The meaning is that darkness, and darkness is evil, and the evil is corruption, and corruption is Boko Haram, and Boko Haram is all terrorists of the whole West Africa to come down to Nigeria. And their information minister is lying Mohammed. The same line. Lying. If you test everything about Nigeria is fraud and fake. But somebody can come up and say he is a Nigerian. Defend something that is indefendable. Somebody in Nigeria will come up and see the truth and is still condemning the truth, which everybody has seen and saw that this is truth. The Bible said, You shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free. And the Bible also said, whatever you sow is what you reap. Nigeria, right from the name, shows that it is evil country. And all this while, it has been working so. So if anybody is coming up to defend Nigeria, that person is not called a human being. It's an evil. That is the truth. Because the truth is one. And one, the liars can be 1 million, but you will take one truth and drop inside, the whole liars will disappear. The truth will stand. So let me stop so far today. Thank you very much. All right,
Biafra, thank you. We must continue. Call on the female line, your name and where you calling from.
Good evening.
Good evening from here.
My name is Nick. I'm calling from Onyeibe province, Biafra land. My Lord. Keep protecting you and keeping for us here in Biafra land. Because you encourage us. I don't know what would have happened if there is nobody I will be looking into in Biafra land. Because sometimes they will start to laugh at us that all the people that are fighting for Biafra restoration are all in diaspora. But if they should, I will ask them, don't you see our African rep? He's here with us. And we are so proud of you. God bless you. I want to tell the church pastors that are fighting for their money. Since indigenous people of Biafra and our leader have been shouting that a dead man is ruling you, he refused to talk. Now a dead man have signed a law that's affecting your money. You are shouting. It's the dead man signature now. You believe that the dead man is ruling you. So why are you crying? You are praying for a dead man every Sunday. You go to church, you fast for 7 days, fasting and prayer, to pray for a dead man. A prophet have told you that this man is dead. See the day he died. See how he died. Everything has been explained. And since then, all of you did not believe. All you can say is to listen to them, praying for the dead man. And the dead man now have risen up to deal with all of you who do not believe that he's dead. Anyway, that one is their own wahala. Let them fight them. I was so angry since yesterday. I was just so angry. Until our leader came up and told us. Because even before our leader came up, I commented on his post that these people have reached their limit. I don't even know that they have reached their limit too. I was just saying, that this thing is so painful that these people have reached their limit. Our leader has given us what we wanted to hear from him. He has said it. And I'm so happy. He just lifted me from that burden, that crying, that everything. This morning, if you see how they went and brought everything that they have in this whole wide world, all the police, how they get them with their SSS, all of them, full road with their car, with their vest and the armor tank. They go around all Enugu up area, all that road. They
They walk round. I don't know what they do. Even when they are passing where I am, I came out. I started counting them to know if there is up to 100. They are not up to 100 though. I told them they should go and bring at least how fast if they killed. They should go and bring 500 and just submit it to our hand though. That we will not demand for that 500 because that 500 must go down. I told them that the day that you will reach your limit, Chukwuka Abiyama will punish all of them. Now Chukwuka Abiyama has reason to punish all of them. They are not running to anywhere. Let them showcase whatever they have. They are zoo now. They are zoo. They just listen to our leader. That's what I know that they are. If you listen to this, listen. So they are afraid. Carrying this thing and walking around. And because of fear, they want to show us that they have God. They want to show us that we don't have anything, that they have everything. During COVID-19, they bring everything that they want to use and kill us to this place. No wahala. Who is who? Who owns this land? Here is our land. Here we will stay, we die here. Don't go back, don't go area, no other place, you don't have another land. Here is our land. And nothing will happen. We will fight until the end of the road. We will tell our stories, how it ended. Which bless you and protecting our leader and thank you. Everything you kind of see. Ladies and gentlemen, the province of Biafra land. That will happen to us. We are grateful. Chukwuka Abiyama will fight our enemy to the end to glorify his name and worship him forever and ever. Thank you, my Lord. Thank you for being here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Biafrans all over the world. America,
oh yes, IPOB USA, and the state of New York, just like we all know,
This information is directed to the IPOB in the United States of America. Going with all our leaders, Mazi has recently said
we must do the needful. If you have not joined IPOB family yet, or you intend to support the struggle for the restoration of Biafra, now is the time.
To join IPOB family in the New York, please call our state coordinator, Mazi David Ezekwesili, on 832-245-5640, or the New York State Deputy,
Mazi Izu Okoli Mbadike, on 646-645-8237.
Other zone coordinators include Bronx Zone 1 and Mazi Dr. Ekweme on +164-664-43957. Obina
+192-9509-8008.
Staten Island, Mazi John on 347-203-0871.
Pastor Thomas 6462269487.
Brooklyn Zone, St. Abalakwe AM on +164-6236-5246.
Queens/Long Island,
Mazi Elochukwu
164-6956-6219.
Bronx Zone 2, Wada Beatrice on 347-5177-934.
Or Reverend Jeff.
You live anywhere in the U.S. and you want to join or contribute, call our National Coordinator, Dr. Okoro, or our National Deputy Coordinator, Wada Lady Prestige. Or you are a woman in the USA, you can join our Women Wing. Call Wada Mommy Okafor on 121-571-57709. Also, if you want to contribute, coordinator.
West America,
Yes, of course, we must continue. My brother on WhatsApp, are you still there? Call on WhatsApp.
Yes, I'm still there. Yes, I'm still there. Good evening, George Mazi.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
My name is Chukwunonso Godwin Obas. I'm calling from Abia State, Aba, precise a university. Mazi Onizuku, I will tell you my person that Abasara wicked Kimbe. I am but that. Can you imagine God bless us with many national resources, but still, we're still suffering till now. All these bad governors we have, most especially this eastern zone. President Okezie, this man has wicked Aba people most especially. Can you imagine, Mazi, around before this lockdown, this man gathered SARS militaries at night at around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, Elimba market with a caterpillar, squander people's shop, goods here and there. Because you just leave, lock your shop, go, you'll be having around 2 o'clock, the government have dominated your shop, go to your goods, everything. That was no okay for them. Around last 3 weeks, this one has been doing us very, don't know, that one is heartless. There's one place, there's no light in Aba, so most of the time in that market area. So, the little, this personal, private vista that's given almost the whole market light, just catch fire eventually. Behold, they call this fire service. They take them up to 2 hours before they come. People have gathered water and quench the fire, and the fire service that come, they wouldn't move there. So here was a woman who stumble all the motor. So Mokanu on all desperate. Since I okay, I have buy shit, Bakasina supply, agro, evidence, everything. Just when it's so wicked, you must pay all this. We do our mother. Come to say by because the moment we the most be with them because since today I've just been playing to get 10 naira and buy sugar. Throughout last 3 weeks, nothing, all my goods, everything inside, money inside there. Mazi, thank you very much. God will give you strength for you to continue.
Thank you, my brother. I understand how you feel. Caller on the line, your name and where you're calling from.
Good evening, Mazi George Onyeibe.
Good evening, my brother. Go ahead, please.
My name is Mazi Chinomso. I'm from Bendo local government, but precisely I'm calling you from Omaya. I want to thank you for all your work that you are doing for the Biafra restoration. First, I want to thank my elder leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kukano, for all you are doing for us. I don't know if without him what we would have been now, but I thank Elohim who brought him and who brought Ipob. It means that what happened yesterday in Enugu affected all of us, not only the Enugu people. We in Omaya here, we are still mourning for those that died. I pray for that memory to be blessed forever. I want to thank you that we are here what our leaders said. Even in this Omaya here, where we gather, we see them. But normally we know how to handle them. Because with my zone in Omaya, that zone is the only zone strong in Omaya here. We know how to handle them. I pray that if this thing repeat again, we are here what the Hindu have said. We will eventually detonate. Because it has been too much. We can't take it anymore. We can't take it anymore. I repeat, we can't take it anymore. They are nearly there with us. Now we are going to detonate. I thank you very much. I pray that Elohim to strengthen you to pilot this. See that you are piloting till the end. I pray that all of us will live and see Biafra in the name of Chukwuka.
Thank you very much, my brother. We must continue. Caller, WhatsApp, are you there?
Yeah, Mazi Jojo Onyeibe, good evening, sir.
Good evening from you. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, my name is Chijindo Kwezoku. I'm calling from Aba. Before I proceed, I want to thank you for what you have been doing for us, and also thank our leader, Mazi Namekano, for his good work towards our freedom. There's one thing I want to, hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, a caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Please, when you call me, ignore your radio. It will not work, or rather, or go well for both of us if you continue listening to your radio. Caller, WhatsApp, are you there? Caller, WhatsApp.
Yeah. Mazi Onyeibe.
Good evening from here. Your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, sir. My name is James Okoji. I'm calling you from South Korea. Welcome back, Mazi Onyeibe.
Thank you very much, my brother. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Okay, sir. It's because of what happened in Enugu 2 days ago. It was so appalling. It was so bad that the zoo called Nigeria will be killing us every day, every time. Any slightest opportunity they have, they kill us. And some of our people, even the politicians, and they also call elders over there. Not elders in our IPOB, elders that call themselves Ohaneze and others. And some of our youths there that don't know what is going on, that refuse to join and know what is going on, think it's just just fighting. They don't know that we have they have rounded us up to kill for nothing. But I know by the grace of Chukwuka, they will not be able to do it. It can't happen. Whatever they do, it can't happen. They should know that this time is the hour. The hour we have been waiting is here. No matter what they did, they can never win. So I'm asking everybody, every Biafran, wherever you are, if you know what you can do best, bring it out now. Because whether you fight these people, they came to kill. Whether you fight or you don't fight, you must be killed. And when they want to kill you, they will not ask you whether you are Igbo or Calabar or lower Niger Delta as they claim. They don't ask you that. They will leash on you. So please come up. Anything you can do it. Let us be free. Let us be free. I am saying this for the whole world to hear. It's not matter of I didn't belong or you belong. They will kill everybody. So I am begging everybody to join hand and do the needful. To do the needful and make sure we bring these people down. Make sure our own here is we that staying outside here is make sure we do what we can do to provide for people on the ground. No matter how you do it, our nation, you can never run away from your father's land. Even we outside here, we are tired. Even the people we are living in the place don't even want us. So we have to fight for our land so that we'll be able to come down and unite with our sisters, our brothers, our fathers, every relatives to us. So that's what I have to say. Thank you very much, Mazi Onyeibe. God bless you.
Thank you, my brother. What do we do? We must continue. People also understand there is no two ways about our situation. Are you the caller on WhatsApp?
Good evening, my good brother George Onyeibe.
Go ahead, please.
I saw your picture and it is in my room now. I am almost worshiping you, George Onyeibe.
My brother, are you sure it's my picture? Where did you get it from?
Your picture with your cap, his cap.
In fact, I will come on Facebook Live very soon. So don't worry. Keep going. Go ahead, please.
Oh my God, my God, my God. How I wish I'm with you physically. Just Onyeibe, this is your brother from Mariana. Very important message. Britain is on the prowl again. They are trying to use Anglican and Catholic to destroy Biafra. Please send this message to our leader. Britain is working secretly now, trying to use Anglican and Catholic to destroy Biafra. Please send this message to our leader. I reserve my name. I'm from Iliana. God bless you.
Thank you very much, my brother. I can assure you our leader is already aware of your report. But the truth cannot be overemphasized. Biafran's IPOB, as the case may be, is not here to conquer anybody. We are not here to please any man or woman. In as much as we try to align ourselves with the principle of politeness and political correct, we are not naive, we are not ignorant. Honestly, we may stand for peace, but when we talk, it is for war. Whatever the case may be, our request is simple. We want to be the author of our destiny. Everything we have done so far on this platform, we actually engage the world through the preamble of the law. It is our right to self-determination. It is our right to civil disobedience, and we can assure them, within or without, we will soar on the wings of civil disobedience. That at the end, everybody will bear testament to one single truth. We want to go. Yoruba can have their one Nigeria, you can't have your one Nigeria. I'm just going to stand up at this moment. Brothers who fell in Enugu, honestly, we IPOB are standing between the living and the dead. We will always talk about you. We will always remember you. We understand that actually a brave soldier is the one that is alive. You never choose for your life to be taken. It was not of natural causes. Your life was taken. But then we have made a vow. If the price for all we hold dear is death, and then let us die without a shred of fear. For we have made vows never to sleep under the same heaven with those who murdered our fathers and our mother. Even before we joined IPOB, we have made a vow that we will not sleep under the same heaven with them. I do not expect you to understand. I will not apologize because I'm a Biafra. I just can't help it because it's in my DNA. Good night and have a wonderful night rest.
I think it's time to lay it all out. Can I hear my snare drum?
Yeah, keep it rolling, sis. I'm on it.
That's okay, thank you. Check command. Miss on my own this. Walking down the miles and the long journey. Yeah, people said we are nobody, but we know certainly we are somebody. Yeah, time is so hard. These days are like nights, yet we struggle hard to see we get to the light. Like brothers and sisters, we join our hands to work hard. Yeah, and we are making sure that we get to the promised land, a land of milk and honey that is costlier and worth more than gold money. We are making sure that we get out of this jungle and the little quirky cabia, my sisters true. No matter how deep the ocean, we will swim through. Tell you words cannot explain what we have gone through. In the hands of the enemies, suing the government. Biafran blood, pass through with love. But we have Chukwuoki Kabiyama, nothing goes wrong. Blacks rules everything around me, and it's found in my DNA. Cash rules everything around me, and it's found in my DNA. Yeah, freedom is everything about me, and it's found in my DNA. Biafra is everything about me, and it's found in my DNA. We bear from blood, we never give up in this struggle. We are aiming high up. We are straight and fast and the miss can't catch up. Yes, we know what we want, so we keep our pace up. Listen, we can't demand for what is not ours. Biafra is a lane, then for sure is ours. That's why I'm proud to say I'm a Biafran blood. I'm a Biafran. The fry is blessed, the fry is great. Cause Chukwoki Kabiyama has approved it himself. You see, Nigeria glooms while Biafra blooms. Biafra is an ideology, and there is no way that you can kill an ideology. Instead of Biafrans of Biafra flowing in the blood through our veins, and all the efforts of our enemies to stop us has all been in vain. Cause we are the chosen ones. Yeah, Black's rules, everything